as well. Look at that. Typical great.
Here comes playing. Oh my word! Absolutely magnificent. Payet. Reed! He rose so high! Touched the sky! 2-1 down! 3-2 up! It's meant to be! It's surely meant to be! It's Carabao.
Be a long night. Paquetá, he's played it through, and Bowen's in. It's up for grabs now. He's done it.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Hammers Football TV and the live watch along of the Carabao Cup second round. Wolverhampton Wanderers versus West Ham United. I hope everyone's had a reasonable day today and not thought too much about this game because who knows? This could either go two ways. So, first of all, let's say hello to the good people in the chat first off. Good evening, usual. And he's saying, good evening, ladies. Anyone confident about tonight? Yeah. Well, we'll go through the squad that Potter's picked and let me know your thoughts on this one because yeah, there's some interesting. He's made about 4 changes, I believe, but we'll show that in a minute. Good evening, Matt. Hope you're good as well. Depends on the team and formation and style of play. If he goes for the back 3 again, I'm gonna fume. Yeah, and Matt's also saying same with Rodriguez plays. I hope he doesn't, as he's supposedly leaving. Well, unfortunately, mate, I think you're going to be a little disappointed on that one. And he's also just said he's just seen the team. It's not giving me any joy. Yeah, we'll go through that. Rob, good evening to yourself. Lineup don't look great. Where is this pace coming from in this side? Moyes has us break and quickly Relanzini, Fornals and Bowen. This lot could even break wind at pace. It's shocking, mate. And they're just showing the boys warming up at the moment. I don't know. We need to see something today. And I don't know if these changes are enough to see it over the line myself, but that's me thinking of it. Rob's also saying, evening, Gaffer. Signing again from sunny Egypt. Nice, mate. Higardia. Let us know what part you are, Rob, if you are, and hope you're enjoying it out there as well, mate. I'm saying he's changed the defence but kept the midfield with no legs. What's he thinking? This was the opportunity to start some of the young players like this guy, as Matt's saying. Put Potts in there for goodness sake. He hasn't learned from the 2 defeats of the season, picking the same midfielders. Well, let's hope Areola shows the reason why he should have started in the first couple of games that could have possibly saved his bacon, but I don't put no faith in that one. Brendan's saying, evening, Tottenham chat as well. That is an absolutely stunning starting 11. Yes, mate. We'll come up with that shortly. Just going to catch up with your comments in the chat first, and we'll go for the team. Brendan's also saying, I guess we'll be talking about our favourite Mr. Ben character 15 minutes in. Well, you've put the challenge out there, Brendan. Let's see if we can top that or beat that. What's he saying now? We're looking forward to seeing him play. Walker Peters were the first. How excited do you see him? And what does he bring to the side? That's what's pop. Yeah. He bit the prees and so he's taken him for a while, but he's ready to play, and we're looking forward to seeing him. Yeah, Wan-Bissaka not included in the squad or another injury. No, not a problem. A slight issue stay, so it was the right thing to leave him at home. That's an interesting one. Make of that one, people. Disappointment, frustration, all these things. Jesus. He's like a nodding dog in front of this bloody commentator. Man. Matt saying it's criminal playing Speedo, Rodriguez and JWP and there was Souček. Usual saying at last he's finally put plenty of pace in the midfield. Showing snails. Brendan saying, question at the time, did Scholes only get games last season because Potter had a hard-on to destroy Emerson? That's a good shout, mate. I mean, I suppose like everything else, it kind of tickled our taste buds because we thought, okay, he's actually playing some youth players here. It's going to be quite interesting. We're going to see him actually doing something with the youth. And then a couple of games in and he drops him like a stone. But I don't know, man. I mean, the Emerson situation, again, okay, the player don't want to be here, but there's no reason to say he doesn't want to be here. It's just well, as we know, the whole thing's a bloody mess. My God, I'm just looking at one of the goals there. Good evening, words and pictures. He said, after Chelsea, Potter has realised getting sacked means he can get paid and do no work. Well, you've got to think, 2 years off, and Chelsea apparently were still paying his wage then, so repeat of that one. But saying, even the usual, he must do reverse bleep test in training. It's not good. Not good at all. Matt saying, bounce back and get a reaction, Potter. Said that after Sunderland, and it only got worse. Yeah, not good. And everyone's saying hello to each other. As always, is good to see between each other. Matt saying, Potter doesn't need to work, as he's proven at West Ham he can't be bothered. Must be the remit, Matt. The owner can't be bothered, chairman. The manager can't be bothered, coaching team can't be bothered. Jeez, sad times here at West Ham. Big up in front, big up. You were saying, Brendan, even to my friend, I would have played everyone on the bench tonight, bar the goalie. That's the best call. I think we said this last night. That would have been the best call, but no, he's going with this form, with this team. Is he still going to play free at the back with this midfield? Let's see, Potter and he pulls out. That'd be interesting to read that. So what we've got here: West Ham under Potter in the Premier League. Played 20, won 5, drawn 5, lost 10, goals 4, 23, goals against 31, points 20, points per game 1, and the win percentage is 25%. Matt saying, when will the penny drop with the back five? He's being stubborn, Matt. I don't know if it's a case of he's doing it against us or he's doing it against Sullivan. Let's be real. Sullivan don't give a monkeys what he's going to do here. If he wants him out, which it seems like it possibly could be going that way, it's who we get in. That's the question. Same usual. Give Scholes, Orford, Wilson, Marshall a game. Yeah, why not? I mean, cup games is where you want to do it. If we're going to be knocked out, let's get knocked out and at least see some of these players actually want to play for the shirt. That's what I'd rather see. Matt saying he's obsessed with a formation that doesn't work with our squad. Brendan saying usual. I agree. The bench is good. I might not start Wilson though. Yeah, good shout, Matt. Give him 45 if it's going downhill. Brendan said it would be great if Tunt got Loppian tonight as his co-host. Tried that, but there was no translators around because either of us couldn't understand a word we were saying to each other. But that would have been a great shout. He'd probably been laughing his bollocks off watching this lot at the moment. Matt said he'd be speaking broken English and Tony would be wondering what he's saying. Yeah, absolutely. Similar to Top wondering what Potter's tactics are then, Matt. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. I mean, look at that. Forest, Spurs, Crystal Palace, and then Everton. So we got two aways and 2 homes. Interesting. Look at that. John Clare Tadibo, 35 million. Malik Diouf, 19. And Mads Hermansen, 18. Same Guto Magassa from Monaco, 17.3. Callum and Walker Peters on a 3. And we've sold it. So the only thing we've done here is Mohamed Kudus, 55 million. A loan for Edson Alvarez, and everyone else is on a 3. Net spend, £34.3 million. Well, you never know. Welcome back to the Championship, people. It could go that way. Wolves haven't named their squad yet. So on that note, Matt, let me just show up the team from Wolves. So they've got Johnson in goal with Mascara, Agbadou, and then you've got Santiago Bueno, and then you've got Andre, Hugo Bueno, Bellegarde, Gomez, Arias, Lopez, and He Chan. Apparently with a 3-4-2-1 system. True, that is another thing. The subs on the bench we're looking at is Bentley, Muller-Wolf, Chachua, Dohe, Menetzi, Gomez, Kalajnic, Chawera, and then obviously the one that got rejected, Strand Larson. So he's sitting on the bench as well. So read into that. If he's not going yet, then maybe they're looking at kind of getting another offer in there. That will be interesting to see with that. I wonder if Arsenal played. No, well, have we seen the usual? Yeah, I mean, obviously Matt's put up with the team. Yeah, Huang. Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, Larson's on the bench, so wouldn't surprise me if Newcastle, if they're going to come back in with another bet, will they up the fee? And obviously, would that be seeing Isaac moving over to Liverpool? But excuse me, they have Amadou do push pineapple, shake a tree in the middle of their defence though. Nice. You imagine if he breaks out and does that on a corner. No, it's happening because West Ham's website didn't have Wolves lineup. Yeah, well, yeah, we can only afford one way, unfortunately, Matt. So let's have a look at the West Ham lineup and what do you make of this one, people? So as we can see on here, we have obviously Areola in goal. So we're going to see what this man can actually do. Is he going to prove a point to Potter? And then you've got Aguirre, Tadibo, Mavropanos, Diouf, and then Walker Peters gets a start. And then you've got obviously the Souček, Ward-Prowse, and Rodriguez. And then we've got with Paqueta and Bowen playing that. And then on the subs bench, you've got Hermanson, Kilman, Skulls, Irvin, Alford, Potts, Fulkrug, Wilson, and Marshall. So even in the subs bench, he looks a little bit light as well compared to what Wolves has got. Dude. This effing prescriptive text does my noodling. I hope he plays like a donkey in treacle. Looks like West Ham's website is as chic as our midfield then. Or quick, shall I say? That probably is. Seems so, yes. Aces, good evening to yourself, mate. Hope you're all good. Will they be playing in black lace tonight? Might as well. Yeah, kinky. Ace is saying Lee Gunner wanted an loan move for the goalkeeper. That if that's the case, then that just shows you where we're back in going with this club. Fuzzy would be saying, "Yeah, I'll drive him over here for you." Good evening, Salmon. I hope you're doing well, mate. Good to see you in here as well. Yeah, I'm good, doing good, mate. Doing good as always. Let's see how this game goes tonight. So it'll be very interesting. So people, put your predictions in the chat. What do you think the score will be? Let us know, please. Salmon's also saying this lineup is awful. Why is Ward-Prowse and Rodriguez and Aguirre starting? As much as I don't think Mavropanos today's game makes sense for him to start, he's also the only defender that can head the ball. So you look at that, Salmon. He's going to have to cover a lot of ground today because he's got to make up for the others if that's the case. Not great. Glad Areola is back. Yeah, I think it's good to see that. Let's make sure that we do see something from him. Words of pitch anything. Tony, given our lineup, Wolves know exactly what to do to win. Most teams, I think, will be. Unfortunately, I think this is going to be the trend we're going to see throughout the season. Sam was asking where they are. They're on the bench, mate. He's starting them on the bench. Yeah, Mavropanos is playing. Sam is saying that. Both on the bench. Yeah, thank you very much. Big up Anthony. Big up Tom. If West Ham beats Wolves 5-0, we'll have a perm. Yes, but not where you're expecting it to be. Put it that way, Anthony. And saying like Anthony Aces as always. Bristol Rovers are playing Tottenham under 21s tonight, and they're losing as well. It's 3-0 now to Tottenham Hotspurs under 21s. Usual, Matt saying the players don't listen to Potter and they don't want to do what he wants. Sounds about right. Let's see, the game's going to be starting up soon. Aces, both teams are bitter. Good evening to Forest Gate lad. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for coming in. He wants to sack. It seems like it. It looks like we've actually started now. Just waiting for the game to warm itself up. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Get out of the way. Forest Gate's also saying he may have been sacked already on the quiet, and that's why he's picked this shit. That's a fucking fair point. It could be true. You never know. That's not a bad shout. I'm going to try the other one because this is not doing well. Frog saying, good evening, gang. Have we all got our popcorn at the ready? I think we have indeed, mate. Matt saying that Sullivan all over Forest Gate, lads. Yeah, definitely. I have a sweet and salty mix. Very nice, very nice. Frog is also saying, let me just get that part up. Tick Sports Online. Why wouldn't he use this opportunity to give the young uns a leg stretch? The bench has more potential than the lineup. Potter is a complete fuckwit, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Let me see if this game's going to load itself up.
McIntyre going.
Oop, get the sound off.
Maybe just having that little bit more of a target.
Good evening, Fly Fox Pro. We always have a transfer loss. Other than Rice and Kudos, have we sold a player for profit since Sullivan and Gold bought the club? They're mostly all, the only two you can say. All's nearly on the break then. Yeah, but it's played out. So I'm going to probably be slightly behind the time. Mine's showing around about 2 minutes at the moment. So if I am slightly behind, don't think that much. You know the usual thing to do. Exactly. Good evening, Michael, please. What a shit lineup. Sorry, Potter ain't got a clue. Doomed to foul, as they say. That's what it seems to be in this situation. So about usual, the faithful. Sushi getting a 10. Crazy that stadium is it. Yeah, apparently there were Jake from West Ham Unfaithful. You're saying that there's a lot of tickets not been sold. But then when you got to think about it, would you want to come to a game like this, spend your money? I know I probably wouldn't. Michael's saying, stubborn, keeping a 5-3-2, should have the kids starting in a 4-3-3. Yeah, we said this last night, didn't we, Mike? I know it would have been the best shout. Give these ones an opportunity, but no, not Potter. Not Potter. Could be 3-4-2-1. Frog saying, remember when Wolves were below us last season and then won 5 on the bounce? Yeah. Dreading penalties tonight, though, unfortunately. Matt saying 2-2 and a win on penalties. Fair play for you saying that. Wolves got a free kick. The referee's not happy with the wall. Right, ready to blow the whistle. Ball gets delivered in, and there's a push in the back on the West Ham player. And yes, he's seen the foul. Good, at least he's seen that. Anthony, as always, 17-1 to Wolves. Brennan saying 1-1 win on penalties. Phil, I need to be deluded. Yes, we will see. Hopefully, that is be good if we can do that. But Does it change much when it goes back to the league form? That's the question. Michael saying 3 strikers on the bench, none on the pitch. I was confident, but now we're out of the cup. 2-1 to Wolves. Thank you, sir. Frog saying, low, I could smell Bisto. Bisto. Good evening, Jeff. Welcome to the chat as well. I think Potter wants a sack, so Sully will be obliged to pay off his contract. Man. It's a sad state of affairs, though, isn't it? I mean, it should have been better than what it is, but we know it hasn't worked out. And if Sullivan is trying to get rid of him, there could be a better way of doing it. Just sack the man and pay him that way. Ward-Prowse puts a ball into the area. There's no one there. Everyone's too late. Yeah, could have done something with that, but everyone was way too far behind. And Ward-Prowse had time to hold the ball up. Referee was calling up something here. What's going on? So Paqueta kind of calls a free kick, catches the player in the back of the heel. Well, bit of a mill there. Gavin, big up to yourself, mate. Hope you're doing good. Thanks for coming in as well, sir, as always. Yes, thank you very much for that. So, Ace is saying Celtic game currently 0-0 and heading to extra time already. Wow. And he's saying, Frog, that's fuzzy. He's been told his fact smells like Bisto. Well, for me, it's come to 6 minutes. Very even Stevens at the moment. We are kind of trying to press a little bit, but Wolves has managed to play the ball out. But even still, it don't look great. Ball gets played at the bone. Can he make it? Don't let you foul him. And Wolves managed to play the ball out. Well done, Malik. Hard to say. Oi, Hammers. Budgie. Good evening, sir. Hope you well, mate. Good to see you. Brendan, evening, Budge. And then evening to Wurzel Herbert. Welcome to Anthony's cousin. Losing 3-0 to Spurs at the moment. Budgie. Mark saying 3 minutes behind Tony, but never mind. You don't see the shit before us. No, fine, mate. I mean, obviously, I don't know if is it one on the sports channels, because at the moment I'm watching it on the streaming platform. So who's on the? Are we on the box? Don't think we are we? Oh no, we are actually. Sky Sports Plus. Let's see if we can get it on there, maybe. Budgie, Brendan, usual. So everyone, Brain. Good evening to yourself as well. 3-0 to West Ham. That would be nice if we can get over the line. Brendan saying, usual. Harry must be in a state if he misses tonight's banter. Michael was also saying JWP just want pass forward and Guido just can't run forward over Potts and Orford. Maybe we might see a change in the second half. Would be nice, give us a little bit of promise. The only bright spark in there is 2 players really, and that's obviously Diouf and Bowen. He's just saying, Budgie, jump on. He's working though. He's working. Change jobs. AJ, big up to yourself. Good evening, Tony Blackwell. I hope you're doing well, AJ. And Dorsey saying at the moment 9 likes. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate that. 22 in the chat. And make sure we hit up the old like button if you don't mind. It does help the channel out, as they say. Even AJ. Ace is saying Adidas are taking the piss by releasing 92 to 94 home kit in October, costing £140. Scandalous. That's rip-off territory, that is. Cool. 140 quid. Cashing in on the retro past. Wow. That's not good. That's bad. Good evening, Aces. Everyone's saying hello as always. Big up, Budge. Thank you very much, AJ13. I'm all good. Thank you, sir, yourself. Yeah, absolutely. Doing very well. Thank you. Doing very well. And as always, like to put ourselves under the cosh watching a game like this. So Wolves are just trying to keep it simple, just playing it around at the moment. We are pressing, but not enough. There we go. Bit of cost of Suchek on the ball. He ain't got a clue what to do with it. Paqueta plays it out quick toward Prowse. And he's going to go back with it. Paqueta's getting closed down by 3 players. Managed to get it out. Knock it across back to the keeper, or we're going to knock it wide. No, Tadibo takes his time. Look at that. This will be the fourth meeting of Wolves and West Ham in the major cup competitions, the first in the League Cup. The prior three saw the Hammers win each by a combined 9-2 scoreline. I doubt very much we'll see that today. If that happens, I'll be surprised. Aces is saying, knowing Forteta mind games, he will definitely be rushing back Saka for City and the Chelsea games in 2 weeks' time. Gantry, mate, as I said the other day, I don't think you're going to see the same player, unfortunately, and it is a sad loss because he's not a bad player. He's not a bad player. But, he will rush him back in, knowing him. I mean, what about Odegaard? Is he supposed to be injured, or is it just because of the way he looks? Mark was saying, question, why keep Orford out the 21s and not play the lad? I think we've already said it, haven't we? Potter. This Potter is what he does. Peters just gets fouled on the deck. Not much of it, really. Clips him on the back of the ankle. When you think about it, it's still been warm, isn't it? The weather's been really good so far, but I'm seeing Tadibo there with one of those nasal plasters on his nose and also a load of Vicks on his shirt. So either he's got a cold or he has trouble breathing. And that probably explains why he blows out of his arse after a period of time. Wolves coming through, cut out though by a good. And we managed to play the ball out, bringing it forward. Into Paqueta, Ward-Prowse. Look where you're going with the ball. Well, just managed to keep it in. But we foul. Jesus, man. Brian saying, neither team can pass the ball, but with West Ham have more quality up front to bag goals. Yeah. I mean, if you look at it again, the pass from Ward-Prowse wasn't great for Walker-Peters. He has to overcommit himself, turn around, and also then he managed to keep it on the pitch, but then he actually then does a challenge and fouls the player, and it's a clear foul. So there's no argument with that. So another Wolves free kick just inside our half. You're saying, it's unusual not to see Harry this evening. Yeah, this is a couple of times now. I hope he's all right. Brendan saying, I thought Slot's comments today were a tad ungracious. I think he was just frustrated more than anything else. Wolves have had 3 attempts there, and Walker-Peters goes down theatrically, but we'll take that. 2 attempts from Mascara, both blocked. But again, we're being beaten on headers, and this time it's even Mavropanos being beaten on the headers this time. Aces are saying, if Burnley get a result against United on Saturday, Ruben Amorim could be sacked sooner than later. Yeah, the fact, obviously, they're saying that he's played more games than he's got points is not a good sign, but a club like Man United and that, I suppose the expectation is a lot higher. Wolves trying to play the ball through and manages to clear it, but the player's gone through. Is it Mavropanos, I think it is? Mascara's done it again. Mike was saying, all they need to do is keep the ball away from Mavs on free kicks, corners they will score. Yeah, I mean, he's come through him there. So just over 14 minutes and it's still 0-0. Even Stevens, as they say. Not much is really happening. Nice long ball from Areola. Bowen keeps onto it. Can he keep in possession? No, okay, it's a throw into West Ham anyway. Well done. Fox saying, Michael, because what you have in mind would require at least a degree of competence. Ball gets delivered into the box, but it's straight into the keeper's hands. Come on, West Ham. We've got to be doing better than this. People saying Cambridge 1, Charlton 0. Go on the local team. Well, we're coming up to the 15 minutes mark, Brendan. Do we start changing the subject, or we keep as it is at the moment? When we're still in it at the moment. Mike said, "Do you think the new signings promised will see Paqueta go?" Interesting. I suppose it depends what it'll be. I mean, obviously, there's supposed to be this player that we're supposed to have got over the line, even though the deal's not completed yet. And it's what else comes in, because I think we need to get more than one player. I don't think we can just rely on this one player being the person that's going to solve our problems. We need another midfielder, I'd say, before we can look at seeing Paqueta go. Why are we not putting pressure on their back? Easily, look, Wolves play it out, but he's overcooked that, and it's straight back into Areola. So coming up to the 60-minute mark, West Ham are just kind of knocking the ball around. At least we're finally getting some passes together, but no effect up top. No link-up play. Well done. Go on, Bowen. Is he coming through? Go on, Bowen. Take him on. And takes a shot, but just goes wide. But I think it might probably be offside at this stage. Yeah, thought that'd be the case. Oh, I said no pressure, dude, and no pace. Yeah, both teams are just sitting back at the moment. Wolves are just easily playing it out. I mean, they don't have to do much at all, really, because we show little signs of some pressure, but really not much to kind of give them any concerns. Who's this player we're supposed to go for? Yeah, Magassa, isn't it? Isn't this his name? Magassa? Monaco's Magassa. So guaranteed payment of 14.7 million plus 2.6 million add-ons. Defensive midfielder. So apparently we are looking to sign more than one midfielder. Even though we've agreed a fee, there's still work to be done on the deal. So this one could even fall through anyway. We're also apparently supposed to be going for Ibrahim Senghar from Forest. Again, it's an initial loan. It could be an obligation to buy. And again, we're looking at Junior Mwanga from Strasbourg. And we've already seen the thing about Hayden Hackney. And another one, Werder Bremen's Romano Schmidt. Who knows? Would that be the case? People say Millwall versus Coventry been delayed. I'm guessing fighting. It's not. Is it a Millwall? Yeah, not an easy place to go to during the week. Brennan saying, "Come on, the Cambridge." Well, Burnley 1, Derby 0. Hendon Guna, good evening to yourself as well. Evening, Tony Hammers Football TV, and all watching. Hope you're doing well, Hendo. Let's get it. Move on to another server. Mark was saying you would think any manager playing against the Prem team in a one-off game would go for it. This is the thing. I mean, if it's the case of he's even if he's going to go himself, then yeah, do the business. Henderson saying if West Ham lose this, will it be the final nail in Potter's coffin? I think it'll be. It'll definitely kind of edge it towards it. I don't think it'd be the final solution, but I do believe it could be the one for him to. It could be the case of him going. And everyone's saying, "Hope you show it brilliant." A lot of places referencing this as the League Cup rather than the Carabao Cobblers. Evening, Mandy. Typical cup tie. Exciting stuff, though. Maybe we can use one of our free strikers at some point. Be nice if we could do. Be nice if we could. Imagine it's the League Cup to me as well, Frog. Michael Blees is saying, trouble now is what next manager or coach will have to use players that are here. And this is the thing, isn't it? But I don't know. Sometimes you see someone come in and they actually manage to get a tune out of the team. Perhaps saying Preston 1, Wrexham 0. Yeah, Wrexham's not enjoying things at the moment, are they? It's not going well for them. Same here, mate. Matt saying always has been the League Cup to me, Frog. Brenner saying, Pepsi, you're not trawling the faraway leagues for score updates tonight, then. Everything's local. Matt saying was waiting for the Moldovan Premier League, Brendan. Bournemouth and Brentford are still 0-0 as well. Start from the beginning because obviously it's playing up as usual. Michael saying Irving turned down $3.5 million move to Wrexham. Looks like he'd go Millwall now. Wow. He should have definitely have gone to Wrexham. Probably would have been better going there. Frog saying Egham Town versus Corinthians in the FA Cup updates seem to be slow. Look out for that one then. Sunderland 1-0 down to Huddersfield. Bristol Rovers managed a poor goal back. Well, that's a good finish by the Huddersfield player. Castle Dean. Big up, Daz. Big up, Tony, mate. Hope you're well today. Yeah, good, man. Good. Hope you are as well. Hope Tricks is all good for you. Matt saying, come on, Egham Town. Pepsi saying, go! Uruguayan Segunda Division. They lose to Rentistas 0, 97 minutes. Well, that's the spirit, Pepsi. Absolutely. That's the one, Brendan. Yes. Good indeed. Let's have a quick look now. Just wait for it to load itself up. Still 0-0 at the moment. Nothing really kind of happening in this game. Very much. Brendan saying, yeah, Huddersfield have beaten Sunderland. That's sobering. Yeah. Yeah, that's 2 now. Cardiff 1, Cheltenham 0. Is VAR being used tonight? Yeah, I don't think it is. Matt's just confirmed that as well, saying no usual, saying it's not being used. Let's click that. Matt saying goal line technology, but no VAR. Matt, thank you very much for that as well. Not in cup matches, I believe. Good stuff. Let's see now. Looks like Wrexham's got one back. That's a good goal. Nice turn on the ball there. Perhaps saying there, Stoke 0, Bradford 1. Cool, what's that name? Karat Almaty. What a name. Matt saying, did they scrap third round replays for FA Cup from this season or next? Is it next? Might be next, I do believe. Hendon saying Celtic still drawing 0-0 in their Champions League playoff second leg. Extra time now being played. Thank you, mate. Come on, the Celtic. Saying. Wait for that load itself up because it's playing up every time. Come on, just when you don't want it to muck up this. Sorry, people, it's just gone slow on my end here on the stream. As always. Cambridge 2, Charlton 0 now. No, Matt, no. Yeah, not many other scores coming at the moment. I think Norwich and Southampton, that looks like it's 0-0 at the moment. But it's still faster than their midfield, Tony. I'd love it to be at the moment. They'd have to wait because can't do that. Mark was saying, Brendan saying at least Cambridge is scoring now, nice. And Pepsi saying David Sullivan calling taunt. Yeah, you don't like it when I do things. It's a bit funny about that. That's it for now. Good. Kawasi has scored the second goal there for Cambridge. Frog saying JWP moved more than 4 mile an hour. Alarm. He's setting trends. Can't now. Michael's saying Sullivan don't call. He gets his son on Whetstone to do it. This is true. This is true. Let's have a look. Sports. Seems to be, yeah, I think both teams are just cancelling each other out at the moment, Matt.
The league, and he's kind of grateful for his opportunity. He said he always wanted to manage in the Premier League.
Oh, that's better. "32 minutes in, then 0-0 still." That's better. Wall-Press being shrugged off the ball. I would do, man, but you've got to come first. It's something I said I weren't going to be in. It was a meeting that they want, an online meeting, but I said I wasn't going to be there. But they're still persisting. Wall-Press again is now. There's 2 bad balls in there, and he's now looks like. Is that Mavropanos? No, Guido Rodriguez. He's been caught, and he's lying on the deck at the moment. And what makes me laugh is Wall-Prowse is looking as if like, no, that shouldn't have happened, but it's clearly Wall-Prowse's fault getting his own player injured. Matt's saying, I think change will happen if 0-0 at half time. I'd bring on Wilson, Marshall, and the fuck rug. We need to see something, Matt, because at the moment, Ariola's come up to take the free kick here anyway. Ball launched right to Diouf. Plays it back. Well done. Good control. And Paqueta back into Diouf. Can he knock the ball? And he gets a second whip of it. Take him on. Oh, there's a push there. And the referee's waving it away. No, look at that. Look at that. Close him down. Pressure him. And he managed to clear the ball out. But we managed to pick it up. And it's straight back to Areola. Nice early ball. Where's he going to go with it? Pepsi 0, Rotherham 1. And Matt saying, take Rodriguez off and bring on Potts. Marshall will be all over their defence. Yeah, we need some fresh blood. Is Potter going to go with it? Lino's a bit late with his flag there. Usual saying, Greedo so slow he went down in instalments. Frog saying, take Potter off and put the Burger Man on. No, Michael. Yeah, the question you asked earlier, there's no VAR. It's like it's goal line technology by the sounds of it. Thanks for answering it, Matt. Well done. Can we pressure on it? No, not enough. Closing down, Bone. Closing down. Go on. Put a challenge in, man. Fucking hell. You're allowed to play out from the back there. It's so easy. Why are we not putting a foot in? That's it. Put a bit of pressure on it. Long last, JWP. And now we give away a foul instead. Fuck's sake, man. Giving away silly free kicks. We don't need to. Wolves coming in. Plays it across. Oh, and he deflects off of a good. And it goes out for a corner. Wouldn't have liked to see that as an own goal. He runs past Youth. The good managed to get his foot to it and just nicks it off him. And it goes out for a corner. So now Wolves are looking at capitalising on this. 37 minutes in. Goes for the short ball. Plays it back into him. They've wasted this. Ball gets delivered in. And a good again. Go for the ball, not the fucking player. Who's that? Another corner to Wolves. Michael said, just wondering as the assistant rest flags are going up. Yeah. Ball gets delivered in with pace as well. We managed to clear it out. Still up in the air. And bags. Well done, Bowen. Can we get it out? And Wall-Press gets fouled. Another foul again. Lucky enough. Is that Guido Rodriguez again? Yeah, that's twice now. Rodriguez has gone on the deck. He's loving the grass tonight, people. Yeah, good hook there by Bowen. Definitely no VR. Evening, Sharky. How are we doing? Back in for Victor John, according to Talk Sport. If he sticks two fingers up Sharky and that, I would not be surprised, really. In his social zone. Hi, everyone. Evening, Sharky. Sharky, really? Apparently a lone deal now. Fuck's sake. That just about sums us up. Look what you're doing, good, when you're doing backheel flicks. Now we're being caught out by Wolves. He's in on Mavropanos, but well done, Mavro, and he's managed to get out from two players there. Oh, Malik Diouf, you've just done a clanger there. Wolves back in position. Gets played out to the left. Looking for a give and go. Cheeky little backheel. Beats Walker Peters. Managed to get the ball into the box, but he again cleared out for a throw. Guido Rodriguez with a clearance. Matt saying, why would Victor John come after we effed him about? Tell me about him, Matt. If that is the case, then that's when you know we are literally taking the piss out of players. 40 minutes so far, still 0-0. Wasn't exactly the greatest throw-in from Wolves. Wolves players on it. He's in the 18-yard box. Nah, is he? Oh! And he's giving a penalty. Guido Rodriguez has just given Wolves a penalty. Bellegarde gets fouled. Goes down. Don't know if there's any contact. Let's see if VR looks at anything. Referee don't want to speak to Guido Rodriguez. He's. Yeah. Laughed me arse off a pen. Yeah. Let's see now. Did he actually make contact here? So the ball gets played in. Yeah, takes his toes, I think. Just catches him on the top of his foot. Just. It's a pen, lazy defending. Brenner saying no VAR, so pen. Yeah, of course. Is it Huang Chi is going to take the pen? Or He Chang? Is this referee being anal with it? Can you make sure it's on the centre spot, please? Fucking idiot. Jesus. GP, good evening to yourself. Hi, all he's saying. Right. Ariola, make a name for yourself. Yeah. Come on, Ariola. Time to shine. Absolutely, Matt. Come on, big man. Can we do something about this? Come on to 42 minutes. And she comes up to take the referees. Oh, he's one of those refs, is he? Jesus Christ, man. Blows his whistle. And he's ready to take. And it manages to ping off the post, back out again, and it looks like Bueno Hugo this time puts it into the back of the net, and it's now 1-0 to Wolves. Ariola was sent the wrong way for the pen, but it was so much power, it cannons off the post, back out again, and we don't react enough. And yeah, Rigo Gomez, or we want to call him, has managed to Rigo has managed to cannons off there, and look at that. Who's that? Suchek and good. Follow up with your man, reactionary. I mean, Ariola's unlucky. He gets his hand to it, but just on his fingertips. But the West Ham outfield players, fucking lazy, don't react. By the time they see the player, it's too late. It's in the back of the net. Yes, Ace of 1-0. Yeah, what's up, GP? Michael saying, got to laugh at that goal already. Yeah, mate, it just says it all, doesn't it? Does say it all. So yes, Wolves are going in just before half-time, but looks a bit of a 1-0 lead. 43 minutes. And he's saying like everyone. Sharky's saying things just get better and better. They do indeed. As Hendon Gooner said, it's another one of those getting that now into the coffin. Brendan's saying, so I like Mr. Ben as the hunter. Brilliant. He stops a big game hunting, killing animals, and converted him to a wildlife photographer. Man. And if you look at the real life version of that, you can say Craven the Hunter, Brendan. Similar. Tried ground free kick. Yes, yeah. Oh, man. Just wide. Frog saying, come on. We're all in shock. Let's be honest. Yes. Potter there, look, he looks like the three wise monkeys there, look. He ain't got a fucking clue. The other two just kind of staring into the abyss. Man, that's just madness. Mr. Joshy J, big up to yourself. Big up Tony in the chat. More bad news for your side. Yes, sir, it is indeed. And maybe it's a good thing. Who knows? Could be a good thing for us. Time will tell. Wolves gives away a free kick. Suchek on the deck, so we get one of them there. As Matt says, oh, well, still plenty of time. Yeah, still plenty of time. Ray, good evening to yourself. Good evening, Tony, and all. Hope you're well, Ray. And everyone's saying that, as always. Ace is saying, E20 was saying, if you don't laugh, you cry. And that's the best way about it, I think, Ace. What's the point? We're in a stage at the moment where we know how we are. And what else can we do at this moment? What else can we do? So, cheers, people. Thank you, Pepsi. Sturmgrass nil, Bodo Glint 1. Shark saying Mr. Ben was based on a real person. I'd be interested if it was actually based on, though. So we've got 2 minutes of extra time added onto this game. 46 minutes now. Celtic gone to penalties. Ooh, that would be very interesting. Matt saying, well, we lasted longer than the first 2 Prem games before conceding tonight, Tony. Every cloud, Matt, it's a silver lining. Takes a positive out of that, but we are playing a team that's probably just as bad, but I think we're more worse than what they are. But yeah, the night is young, as you said, Matt. Things could change. And this is only my first one, so there's no worries about me kind of being drunk. Michael Blee says, if Potter had rope around his neck, stand on the chair, and it now has only one leg holding him up. But he'll still get away with it, though, Michael. That's the thing. It'll probably foul on him, and it still stays. He won't snap. Come on, Debo. Well, we're trying to get something back in this final minute. Actually passing the ball around pretty well. I've overcooked it there, and that's it, people. It's now half time, and Wolves going 1-0 up. Hugo Gomez, the scorer, and yeah, it was literally comical. So let me know, people. What did you make of the first half? It was very even. Stevens, Guido Rodriguez fouled a couple of times, or went down like a sack of spuds a couple of times, and then Wolves get their break, and Guido Rodriguez, as always, the saviour of West Ham, giving away a lovely free kick. Just what you needed, as always. You're just saying Charlton get one back just before half time, so 2-1. So yeah, it makes it more interesting. It's now 2-1 to Preston against Wrexham. Not happy with that, usual. Yeah. Shark is saying, would Potter be better off as Millwall manager? I think he could do well for us free. Man alive. Ray and everyone's saying there. Do for us there. I see you saying, yeah. Sharky. Michael Please is saying, Moyes would always get out of the mire. I don't think Potter has it in his arsenal. No, I mean, I agree with you there. Just seeing him and his coaching staff, and he just looked bewildered. Like, his bright eyes business going on, and the other one with a bald head with a deep inset eyes, and the other one just kind of like, it's, yeah, not good. Not good. Words and Pictures saying, you're not like this, not a lot, but you're not like it. Man, it's, yes, it's what to be expected, I think. If you look at it, it's what to be expected. To sum up our season is starting off for the 25-26 season penultimate. GP saying, Gio and Gonzo are giving away a hot tub. Michael saying another thing wasn't Guido being sold. Why play him to get injured? So read between the lines. That kind of tells you saying, is he going to be sold? I don't see. If it is, what's it? 6 million apparently. At the moment, yeah, it's piss poor. Agree, Michael. Yeah, and this is the thing. But this is what West Ham do. Or should we say the current West Ham team do? Sharky saying Carroll's still not played for Dagenham yet. On the hot tub. Have they cleaned it, GP? What I just saw there the last couple of minutes, though, people, is the fact that why is it suddenly then they can knock the ball around and outplay the other team? Why do it then and not do it for 46 minutes? Why leave it for the last minute to actually up the ante? Do you think he's going to make any changes for the in the second half? Do you think he's still going to come out with the same team? I'd like to think he does make some changes. I mean, Guido Rodriguez, for one, that should be a definite one going off, because all the idiot's got to do is do something else again and then before you know it, we're down to 10 people. And we don't want to be going in that. That's for sure. GP saying, Sharky is a treasure trove of Charlie's hair. Breda saying, doesn't the Saudi transfer market close later? Yeah, they do close later than us. Yeah. Michael saying, I think it's there. Like, yeah, Brendan, 2 weeks after ours. Thank you very much for that. GP saying, yeah, he needs to bring on Potts. Yeah, I think we need to do it. So looking at that possession-wise, we've had more possession, believe it or not. 4 shots on target with 4 shots, but 2 on target. But area battles won 62% to Wolves to our 42%. So again, it proves one thing: we are not good aerially. Passes though, Park and see very close, 82 to 84. Attacking in the third, we're 72% to their 50-yard. So far, we've committed 7 fouls, so they've committed 10, and no yellow cards as such. But yeah, apart from the one ball that basically Paqueta played through, we've had a couple of chances. Suchik there, but it gets blocked by the keeper. But we are watching Wolves in their third. We're letting them play out. Paqueta has a swipe there as well, just wide. But really, there's not much else from West Ham at this stage. But yeah, not good from us at the moment. Matt's saying, hope we come out of the blocks in the second half. Hopefully, we might. Well, if they can come out like they did, finishing off in that first half, Matt, then we may have a chance. But Wolves have got the upper hand on this point, being 1-0 up. He'll want them trying to get a second goal. I think that'd be the question. You want that. Shucky said, imagine that half-time talk. Yeah, falling asleep watching it. Matt saying, bring on Potts and Wilson and Marshall. Yes, let's see some changes. Is he going to be brave enough, though, I think? JP says, I think he whispers in their ear, it's not sexual, but it feels like it. Michael's saying here, stats mean nothing. Only one stat means something, the final score. Great comment. Well said, man. Well said. Yeah, and this is the truth of it all. The one that kind of stood out for me in that was the aerial challenges. The fact that they've got a higher percentage in the aerial challenges just sums up, as we've seen in the last 2 games, while we're being beat in the in their own half. So just watching the replay of that goal. Cannon's there, and you've got Suchik and the Gerd late to the party. Words and Picture says, Potter only changes players at half-time when they don't follow orders. Matt saying, none of them listen to him, Words and Pictures. Good evening, Colin. Hope you're doing well. Good evening, Tony. How are you doing, mate? Yeah, very well. Very well. And still got a smile on my face, mate, regardless how this game is at the moment. I'm hearing we are reigniting how interested in Victor. Yes, saw that as well. Also here, we're interested in Hackney. We've been told that they are undecided with him. Well, we need to do something, don't we, Colin? We need to get some players in. But the Victor one, I think, that's just taking the mickey, really. If you knew you've gone for the wrong choice in the first place, and we never know with Victor, he could have turned out all right. But if we're going back in for him and that, and if I was a player, especially if he was sitting on the plane, as they said, I'll literally be sticking up 2 fingers. There you go, fuck yourself. Mandy's saying, will we see a striker now? Maybe take off a defensive player? It might help. It's one thing we are lacking a little bit. I mean, we're getting the balls into the area there. I agree with you there, Mandy. But it's who does he go with? Will he go with Wilson or will he go with Fulkrug? That's the question. So Brentford is 1-0 up against AFC Bournemouth. Accrington Stanley and Doncaster Rovers is 0-0. Barnsley 0, Rotherham 1. City, Birmingham City and Portfield 0-0. Bromley and Wycombe Wanderers 1-1. Same as Burnley and Derby. Burton Albion and Lincoln is 0-0. Preston North End are beating Wrexham. Bradford City is 2-0 up against Stoke. Sunderland 1-0 down. Swansea's 1-0 up against Plymouth. Wigan, Stockport, Millwall, Coventry, and Sheffield Wednesday and Leeds are all 0-0s at the moment. You're saying, I don't mind getting knocked out tonight, as we can then concentrate on winning the Premier League. I love that optimism. Do love that. GP saying, I can't see us turning anything around unless the new players come in and have the same impact as a Hartson and Kitson. Unfortunately, we haven't got that calibre of player there these days. That's the worst part about it. We haven't really got that calibre. Depends who comes on. He's saying, Colin's saying, good evening to all you lovely people in the chat as always. And as always, everyone replies back and saying hello. GB saying, Matt, we've signed the Monaco lad. He looks like he might add some pace. Still got to get that deal across the line though, unfortunately. Good evening, Anon Recoup. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for coming in. Rodriguez sums up the bottler. Potter should have started along with other youngsters. Yeah, exactly. Potter is passive everywhere we go. 100%. I mean, that's a great shout. You know, I think we all wanted to see that. See Potter giving his go, especially as he's not been doing it and, you know, been given the chance in the league games. He should have definitely been given the opportunity. So, Daz, good evening. I always saying. Yeah. Karat. Oh, dear me. Oh, yeah. See that. Look. Karat Almaty. 3-2. Pep saying Scottish football in the mud. Michael saying we could get 2 attacking midfielders, but Potter would tell them defend. What a shame for Celtic, Matt saying. And everyone's saying it together. Good evening, Arsenal Manic. How are we doing? Evening, people, and subscribe, please. Thank you very much, sir. Yes, does all help. And if you haven't already, hit the like button, as we say. He was saying, Daz, late on parade, go straight to the naughty step, he's saying. Michael saying, we are woke FC. When was the last time we had a yellow card? Yeah, we are too namby-pamby. And even Bowen, for me, I would have liked to have seen him put a few more challenges in that first half and just let too much get away, really. And there's always everyone say like to Arsenal Manic as well as the GP. Celtic, never mind. Aces is saying Old Firm Derby midday on Sunday. Yes, that should be a feisty one as well. Because isn't Old Martin's getting a bit of a pelters as well? Way it's going for him. Matt saying even Arsenal Manic, buddy. Brendan saying when Paqueta stopped betting on them. Steve. Oh yes, good evening, Stephen. Hope you're keeping well. Evening, all. Sorry, also late on parade. At least the step's big enough anyway. You know, no worries there. Well, put it this way, Stephen. If you've not watched any of the first half so far, you've not missed much. I'll be honest with you. Very even Stevens. Then Guido Rodriguez gives away an almighty howler. Swipes out the player, and then catches him on the top of his foot, and then, of course, giveaways a pen. And then the penalty itself. If you have not seen the penalty, Stephen, have a look at it now when you've got the chance to. Areola gets sent the wrong way. Cannon's off the post, back out again, and you got Souček and Agurd too late to react, and Hugo Gomez puts it in. Well, they're showing pictures of Wilson and Fulkrug. Oh, one of those two is going to start. There's Freddie Potts. Come on, son, get this man on. That's what we want to see. We want to see Freddie Potts in there at least. And everyone's saying hello as usual. Join Daz, please. Yes, indeed. Pepsi saying Birmingham 0, Port Vale 1. Frog says, oi, oi, Daz. Welcome to the latest Hammer Horror. And Henri keeps saying, Potter is too nice. Potter's deep bath, new partridge. Yeah, need someone a bit more guts, don't we? A bit more ballsy. Someone who's going to, push this team to do something. I mean, look, he's already got the team out already. I mean, fucking hell, Wolves are not even out yet, and he's already got them out. So that just tells you as well. He's having a talk with the Bulls one. He's fucking dancing in the chair. What's that all about? Stephen, words and pictures saying, does anyone remember when we last attacked to try and win a game? I ain't got the players for that, have we? Sorry, usual. Michael Bleed is saying, how's this for a new management team? Tony, if Potter goes, O'Neill with Carrick assist. That'd be a good shout. At least you know you will get something out of that. He'll get something out of the players. That would be nice. Unfortunately, as we all know, we've got in chairman that ain't got the balls either. He's, it seems to be the remit. At least we can say he's consistent from top to bottom. And we've got the bollocks. Daz, come on, West Ham, don't lose again. I mean, look at that. Look, that just shows you Wolves are taking the time coming out. Why is the sound coming back on?
There's the feeling, isn't it, that when Jared Bowen goes through the middle, they then lose how good he is out wide, which is his best position. Graham Potter felt that this game was perfect.
That was interesting. Stevenson, where are all the food, old TV or music? Depends how the second half goes, mate. Brendan did kickstart it off with Mr. Ben. Roughly about half an hour from the 15 minutes as before, but yeah. Ace is saying Leeds fur kit looks like drunken night out after the nightclub finishes. I'll have to have a look at that, Aces. Colin's saying Tony, I have a feeling of this sudden spurt trying to get players in. As Sullivan had some bad press against him at the weekend. I think he's reacting to that. But what, to make himself look the good guy, Colin? Yeah, you're probably not wrong there. We all know, though, don't we? We all know. What's this come up on the app here? Look at that. Back underway. Follow the action as we look for a comeback at Wolves in our match centre. This is the West Ham app. Yeah. Mark Blake saying Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing, Hammer House of Horrors. They'd still get a tune out of the team, though. Them two. Frog saying Shrewsbury beating Chelsea under 21s. Ooh, nice. There's Frog said Stephen, favourite Airfix models, I think. Airfix models, bloody hell, man. You think back in the days, Airfix models or models weren't that bad price wise. But if you look at the price of the Legos now, the Lego sets you can buy for was it the Space Shuttle, Concorde, Titanic, the Death Star, all the Star Wars kinds of thing. That's fucking mad money, man. You've got to have some dough to afford some of them. Michael's saying they are both out of work and Carrick will be there to take over eventually. Let's hope so. I mean, we'd like to see that progression. We really like to see that. See him come back. Good shout though, mate. Yeah, I don't think Carrick will want to be number 2 again after he's had a little bit of a taster. So the game's underway now. West Ham looking for some options. Don't think he's made any changes at this point. I think we're still sticking with the same old at the moment. Stephen saying Frog was RAF Lightning Jet. GP says the rich really don't care. As long as they can mug off a poor person, they will do it. Yeah, you're rich for a reason, aren't you? You're rich for a reason. You've said Airfix Mini Soldiers as a kid. Michael Best, please say my best Airfix model was the dumbstruck Lancaster. Airfix West Ham Stadium. You can build your own London Stadium as well now, Matt, with sticky back plastic and that, and it'll look just like the real thing. Stephen's saying also a Lancaster bomber. Yeah, you know, what is it? Lancaster bomber, the Wellington, doing them. Down Busters one, yeah, that's what they was used for. I actually been to that place where they actually tested it. Frog saying Tony preferred Lego. Yeah, you can get that in many versions as well, Frog. Jeep Frog, yeah. Mike was saying little Ted always wanted a leg over a loopy loo. Yes, that's very true. Can you put the ball in the box? No, he plays it back to Paqueta. Can we do anything with it? Rodriguez looking for the ball back into Diouf. Diouf now looking. And it's gone back again. Ball can be delivered to the box. Even Sky goes a bit on the old slow as well. Ball gets delivered in. And they're looking, and they're looking for handball, gets ruled out. Carl Walker-Peters delivers the ball, boxing. There's Souček! And it's 1-1, people. Header at long last. Go on. That's a good start. Well, 50 minutes in the bollocks of it. Never had Meccano. My brother did. That's a lot of work, that was. There's 1-1. Yeah, Sticklebricks. Can't even spell it. It's with an E. Meccano. Michael Lee said, Souček again. Ole. Well done to Cole Walker-Peters. Good, nice ball delivered in, and a nice free header there for Souček over the two defenders. About time he delivered a good ball in. And, keeper couldn't do much about that. Yes, indeed, I said, yeah, it was a nice header. Taken very well. Come on, the West Ham, yeah. Stephen saying, no, Tony, not when they practiced it, was when they were trying it out. Yeah, I mean, the reservoir is quite a big old area as well, if you've been there yourself, Stephen. Yeah, Matt saying, Souček on fire everywhere we go. Oh, no, I wouldn't use that song at the moment, because if you look at it, we're, at the moment, we're shit everywhere we go. Steve saying, yeah, 1-1 as well. Frog saying, Sabutio cricket was wank. Yeah, they tried that, didn't they? Michael Blee saying, Tonka toys made for boys. Yeah, that was definitely the strong old stuff. I mean, when you think about it, Action Man, the models you could buy. What was there? You had the boat, the tank, the helicopter, the plane. Wolves got a corner here. Can they do anything with it? Ball gets delivered in wide. Straight to the edge there in the box. He fluffed the shot there, and it's gone well wide. So still 1-1 in this game. Oh, yeah, remember the football lights, and they actually played all the background noise as well, just to make sure it made you feel like he was at a real game. Matt saying G.I. Joe. Yeah, I remember that one as well. A non-recoup saying Super Tom. How many times Fireman Tom? Exactly, man. You know, when you need him, he can do it right. So games, I wouldn't say exactly livened up, but there's a bit more impetus. Paquet's just trying to play the ball through, but it gets cut out by the Wolves man. And Wolves are just kind of looking for a pass, which they've done exactly the same as us. Is it more effective, though? They're coming forward with the ball now, coming up towards the edge of the 18-yard box out wide. Delivers it in. Souček headers it out, and West Ham managed to lose the ball at this point, and that was James Ward-Prowse. Goes for the shot, but it gets blocked by Todibo, and it goes out by looks of it for another corner. Use your eye. Michael Bleak, Action Man, Boys Doll. Yes, yeah, with the old the moving eyes, wasn't it? The moving eyes. GP saying, would Budgie and Kieran have G.I. Joes? No, they've had. Action Man's been around for I don't know how many years, donkey's years. Frog saying worked on a G.I. Joe game back in the day. Wow. I'm trying to remember that one. Man's asking, Tony, would you put a striker on now? So ball would just get delivered in the box. Oh, come on, Areola. You should have commanded your boxer. You could have come out for that. We're just giving away a corner when we didn't need to. Mandy, I think let's deal with this defensive area at the moment. Let them deal with the corner first of all. But I think in the next 5 minutes, I'll be looking to bring a striker on, if we're going to play it more forward. But at the moment, we're more battling in the middle of the park. Wolves just trying to play the ball over. It's come back out again. Wolves still got the ball, trying to go for the shot. And then he's one of yours. Keep on the man. Well done, Souček. And he wins a second ball as well. Great. Ball comes out wide and it's going to go out for a throw by the looks of it. But I think there's a free kick being given. Gone a bit argy-bargy. And I'm assuming it's to the Wolves, man. Well on Souček. And he's still on the deck there. I think they're going to call the physio on there. Yeah, he just kind of goes through Souček in that respects. And he does. Frog saying, not much action going on with that lack of a tackle. Yeah, exactly. Usually saying, original G.I. Joes are worth money now. The Souček's line on the deck. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. I think it might be, though, because I think he did follow through quite strongly on Souček at that point. Just showing the replay for his goal. Well taken. Frog saying, usual eye was branded Action Force over here. Action Force. So Souček's back up again. Got a slight limp, but we know he's made of sterner stuff. Yes. Shake it off. Back in with that coach. I don't know what his name is, the bald-headed fellow and that. He could do well with the Hills Have Eyes. That look he's got on his face. Jesus. Michael Bleed saying, Aka do. Should seen red there. Yeah, it wasn't a nice tackle, was it? Paqueta, get in front of you, man. Missing out on the second balls here. Good on Areola. Plays it out wide into Diouf. And he managed to get the ball back in again. No foul. Brennan's saying, where are you, Frog, other than in a well? Manny's saying, can we not take off Guido, push back Paqueta and get Wilson on? I mean, that will be a bad shot because I say it's surprising he's still on, considering, giveaway. I mean, there's no yellow card, but it was a clear pen. But for me and that, yeah, he'll be the one to take off, I think. GP says, Tony, didn't you ever think about joining the army? Believe it or not, the police, GP, I thought about joining the police when I was younger. But if they didn't close down the docks, I would have been working with my old man on the docks down at Silvertown, all around there. Frog saying, yeah, location you mean? Yes, indeed. Frog said, so I thought you were being metawasical. Sunny Yorkshire at the moment. The other side of the wall with him. You're saying Cambridge 3-1 now. They're doing very well. Yeah, who's that? Zach Bradshaw scored for them. Man City's under 21s are 5-1 up against Oldham. Wolves coming through again. Gets cut out. Don't go for stupidness. Caught him out there. Wolves are trying to spread the play, which is good to see from a team. Shame we can't do that. Ball gets played through again, but he's completely skied it, and it's gone out for a goal kick. That's more like usual. Mike was saying Tony could have been a Tate and Lowell boy. Yeah, I'm funny enough, my old man used to unload the sugar for Tate and Lowell. One of the ships that came in at the Royal Albert and the King George. So yeah, more likely, would have joined him. But when they closed it all down, it didn't take long before he got moved to Tilbury. Matt saying, see, Richard Cohen went to QPR on his debut last weekend. They lost 7-1 to Coventry. Yes, wasn't exactly a good day for QPR, that's for sure. In your van. Good evening, Joseph Legg. And welcome into the chat as well. Thanks for coming in. 42 years supporting the Hammers. I know I didn't support them for glory, but come on, we're playing 6 at the back against Wolves. Our club's on and off the pitch has lost the basic fundamentals of football. Yes, Joseph, you're not wrong. It is quite shocking to watch how we used to, what we are now to how we used to be. Considering some of the players we've got, I wish we, playing a lot better. But that's down to the coaching. That is definitely down to the coaching in that respects. We're not clinical enough. We, as you know full well, we play this formation under Potter and it just doesn't work. And the only man that's not seeing that is Potter himself. So we'd love to see a change, but at the moment, yeah, not too much. Big up to Michael Chelsea, even taunting the ladies in the chat. Hope you're doing well, Michael. Thanks for coming in. Frog saying, yeah, back in the trusty van. Yep, good. Joseph says, yeah, I worked at Tate and Lowell in 93, back when I lived in Freemasons Road, Customers. Yeah, my friends used to live around there. I think my mum come from around that way. Dad was only up the road from there as well. That's how they met. He worked. They met in the Tate and Lowell factory, funny enough, before he joined the docks. Man, it's a small world, as they say. It's changed there now, man. It's definitely not the same, that's for sure. Brendan, not you will. Just, yeah, forgot all about that place. Yeah, well, the Tate and Lowell factory's still there, but what's left of the docks, all that's left to remind you of that is the cranes. Not much else otherwise. GP saying this is the worst season ever, and it's only just started. And that's the sad thing about it. I mean, again, look, we're possession-wise, it's the same stats as the first half, 53% to Wolves, 47. But we need to be more clinical up top, and we're not showing that at the moment. Wolves pressing us, they're trying to get something out of it. Oh, my days. Got to clear the ball in there. A good, and he's played it straight to Wolves player. Maybe he needs to go to Specsavers, getting the wrong colour. And everyone's saying like we travel to Michael as well. It's good to see that. Love the old Connor. Everyone looking up at each other. Well, good mate. Frog says, yeah, Michael, just in time. Shrewsbury just got a third against your under 21s. Yeah. Come on, West Ham attack. Mandy, this is when we need to do the changes now. Wolf's coming forward again. He's thinking of having a shot. Plays it out wide. But Juve's doing his job. Keeping an eye on the player. Just see how good. That's it. Well done. So goal kick again to West Ham. 61 minutes. Still 1-1. So you're even, guys. What's the score? 1-1 there, Michael. 1-1. You should Michael Chelsea. Watch the penalty that Wolves had, and you'll be laughing. I'll start Dempsey and. Yeah, do you remember when that came out? I'll bet you on that one, Stephen. Sapphire and GP saying you could have got a job at City Airport, Fuzzy a co-pilot. Yeah, I mean City Airport. I mean when they did that, And they want to expand as well now, City Airport. One. Chelsea. Joseph is also. I can't watch us get relegated for the third time. I mean, the worst thing is, Joseph, it is possible, isn't it? Even this early into the season, if we are looking how we're going at the moment, we could definitely. Oh, that's a great goal! Great delivery and a great finish there by Paqueta. Is that Coldwater Peters again? Irvin. So Irvin's coming on. 2-1 to the Mighty Hammers. Joseph was saying that then again, won't like I love the championship. Yeah, that's what we do though, Joseph. I think it was smooth. It's Bowen delivery, is it? Bowen gets the ball delivered in. Great delivery, and that's a great finish. And the keeper's watching it as well. He's got a good line of sight. Take that. That's saying 2-1. Exactly, Stephen. Still, Sapphire and Still. Dempsey and Makepeace. Do you remember that? Still, thank you, words and pictures as well. Mark saying extra time or straight to pens. Don't do that. We haven't done nothing yet. It's 2-1. We haven't, getting all excited. That says, come on, West Ham. I can't remember if it might go extra time, I think. I think it goes extra time in this competition. Brendan saying, you're looking forward to Cadillac and F1 next season, Mark, with Chelsea? Oh, yeah, of course. Michael Blade saying, Paqueta, go! Makepeace, yeah. I usually say codpiece. Ace is saying, there's an extra 20 million on his price tag for either Villa or... There's two other clubs as well, and they won't mention who they are, Aces. But yeah, Villa and Tottenham could be going in for this Paqueta. Not good, man. Not good. Yeah. Frog saying to Joseph, never know. We could beat Arsenal in an FA Cup final while in their second tier again. Stay positive. You never know, man. You never know. Michael Chelsea saying, Frog, yeah, mate, since when the under 21s teams introduced into the Carabao Cup. Yes, usual. Joseph, no, not Arsenal. My whole family is Arsenal, but me. At least one of you has got common sense, Joseph. James is in shock. Oh, Paqueta's gone down now. Just appropriately, scores a goal, puts the price tag up. Hopefully it's nothing serious. There's a mark on the top of his knee there. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. Oh man, Cagney, yes, Lacey. Remember that one? Yeah, I was wondering what the fuck was that all about myself. Yes, that says getting there. Come on, West Ham, absolutely, man. Yeah, Lacey. Do you remember that, Lacey? Matt saying straight to pen. Okay. Thank you very much for reminding me. I thought they were still had it in there. Yeah, Pack's gone down on his knee. Not good. Hopefully that's not a good sign. Thank you, Matt, for letting us know. Ace is saying Carabao Cup straight to pens. Thank you as well, Aces. Cagney and Turner. Oh, is it Turner and Hooch, isn't it? Turner and Hooch. So yeah. It's about saying Catherine back, Dukes of Hazzard. Yeah, remember that one. Brush. Yeah. I can feel another goal coming. Would be nice. Are we looking to do some changes now? They're thinking about it because I think maybe Paqueta is going to be coming off here at the moment. Well, it looks like you're going to be seeing it off. It looks like he's going to come back on again, which is great. That's what we want to see. Drop ball. Come on, ref. Look across over at the line. Can we get Paqueta back on? In your own time, son. Going to wave him on or not? And Enrico, Carabao Cup. Imagine that. Carabao. Remember that. Didn't mind a bit of Carabao. Basil Brush. Yeah, well, shows League Cup. The World Carabao was banned. Yes, indeed, and on. Boom, boom. Bruno's saying, yeah, always great to have new Formula One teams on the grid. Perez, I expected it. Interesting, isn't in two experienced drivers. I guess to be watching how House has done things. Nice. Michael Blaze saying for West Ham United, it's called the Cardiac Cup. Oscar is saying, which channel is this on? Can't find it. It's on Sky Plus, by the looks of it. Sky Sports Plus. Yeah, Sky Sports Plus, Arsenal Manic. Yo-Yo Cup, Michael, yeah. Thank you very much, Stephen. Look at that, yeah. Randall and Upkirk. And the thing was, when you look at it, they tried to do a remake of that as well, didn't they, Michael? It wasn't great. Wasn't great. Is that Strand Larson they're looking at? Is he the answer? And then Hammers Football TV. Thank you very much, sir. That is me. Randall and Upkirk, thank you. Frog and Will should have only stuck to one name of it. It's all that sponsorship shit, as he says. Dixon of I like that one. Deceased. Jesus. Yes, Randall Hopkirk deceased. Yes. Joe's saying, sorry, sit here, close my eyes and pretend I'm sat next to Alf Garnett at the bowling, winning the FA Cup again. Thanks, yes. Ace is saying Celtic dropped the Europa League draw on Friday midday. Reading's 2-1 up against AFC Wimbledon now. Doc Green, yes. Randall and Hopkirk. Arsenal Manic saying, you're winning. Got me. We're watching West Ham games now. You're just seeing how the other half live, Arsenal Manic. You know, it's all nice at the top. It's all nice and creamy. Now you're seeing at the dregs at the bottom. Rent a Ghost. God, you remember that? Amazingly, they don't show any repeats of that one, though. That's the thing about that. Hi, Chaparral. Usual saying, yeah, I was in love with Diana Rigg. The Avengers. The Avengers, yes. Emma Peel. Ergurd's coming off by the looks of it. Is that going to come on for Ergurd? Does it mean he's going to change the system up? So Ergurd comes off. And Kilman is coming on for Ergurd. So the 69th minute we had made a change. But it looks of it, there's no change. No change at the top, shall I say. Columbo and Kojak, remember them? Who Loves You, Baby? Bonanza, yeah, remember with them as well. Columbo, yeah. Matt saying, supporting the wrong team, Arsenal Manic. Joseph says, I can dream, brother. Yes, we can all do that. That's the West Ham way for us, isn't it? 100%. Let's see. Is that good? No, James Ward-Prowse has been given a yellow. Twat. What a fucking idiot. Get him off. Get the man off. And on recoup, look at that. Miss Popoff. Didn't she end up on Coronation Street, didn't she? Not like watch it, but you know. Osman saying, yeah, Matt, who's supporting the wrong team, Matt? Oh, Brendan, well done, mate. Yes, Alas Smith and. Did you remember seeing The World According to Smith and Jones? Do you remember watching that one? Matt saying, you are Arsenal Manic, you should support the Hammers. Yes. Rock saying, yes, a yellow for us, finally. Wolves has a shot from distance, but he just goes wide. So still 2-1 to the West Ham. Did we see this coming, people? Did we see this coming that we're actually going to get something out of this game? Jibes. Daz saying, smash the like, guys. Thank you very much for that, Daz. Yeah, good one. Yes, absolutely. Jones, yes, Smith and Jones. That's the one on Recoup. Yeah, ended up in a salon in Corrie. Yeah. Usual. So, no, I'm in love with a German film star. Nice one. Michael Blee says, take off the fastest defender for Kilman. Interesting, yeah. Wolves made a change now as well. I'm making a couple of changes, actually. And Strand Larson has now entered the scene, people, for Wolves. Guido Rodriguez is looking. Oh, look, they say hello to each other as well. How nice of him. Yeah, nice and nicey. You know, Brenda saying, you only saw in a movie usually, yes. Matt saying, Kilman got a good reception from Wolves after coming on. That was quite nice to see. I love Colombo. Always at the end of Colombo, you know, he gets his men when they think they're going to be let off. Kojak, yeah. The Passions. Hershey's, yes. Hershey's Adventures of Tintin. Yes, how good that was. Oh, look at that. Ironside and Petrocelli. Hershey's, yes. Oh, someone saying you ain't home and dry yet. Well, still in this. Absolutely. I mean, I'm not going to be too cock a hoop at the moment, even though the West Ham coach was. Oh, look at that game. Bristol Rovers ended up Bristol Rovers 4, Tottenham Hotspurs under 21 4. Joseph says, always like to ask other fans, what's your opinions now on Declan Rice? I mean, for me, I always say to players, even when I did, Sunday football, semi-pro football, always play to the highest level possible. And for Declan Rice, he done well for us. And I can understand him wanting to move on. But honestly, I think the biggest mistake he made is when he made that comment that he wanted to go somewhere where he's going to win trophies. And no disrespect to the Arsenal people in the chat, but really, he's got to the wrong club to see that, because all he could do is smell the silver polish, but that's as far as he got, because as we know with Arsenal at the moment, they don't seem to do well in cups. So it's not gone well from there. But no, I do wish Rice the very best. Has he improved? Well, he's been put in a different position. He's taken free kicks and corners, and he is literally, he's improved in that respects. I think, unfortunately, with the fact of he's got Odegaard around him, we all know he should be the captain of that club, without a doubt. But with Arteta, he'll stick with him. So I think the thing is as well, though, and I think this is where you can look at Rice, where he's ambitious. If it doesn't go well at Arsenal, then there's a possibility, you never know, that he may want to move on as well to better himself. But we'll see. But no, didn't want to lose him, but I can understand why he wanted to move on as well. I say, bring on Wilson and Falkirk and Marshall. Let's see something now. Let's see something. We need to see something out of this. Andre's being booked as well now, so the yellows are starting to come in the second half. Best Joseph yet, Stephen's saying. Come on, West Ham, don't lose it. Yeah, we need to make changes now. 75 minutes into the game, and we've only made one change defensively. We need to see a bit more than that. Joseph says, miss Rice, but love the fact he went Arsenal of all clubs. I mean, the main thing, look, he was, he wanted to stay in London, so you never know. He could have gone back to Chelsea, but he opted for Arsenal. Frog said it's the last 10 minutes I'm worried about. Yeah, we got the energy for it, but we still got some youth on the bench, so that could be a benefit for us. Wolves are kind of finding a bit of more space now from West Ham. They're coming forward again with the ball, trying to exploit the wings. And we are letting them play the ball around a bit more. Come on, man. Don't sit back too deep. We're allowing through. Well done, if you cut it out. Well done. And it's a throw into Wolves there. And they're going to take it early. Are we switched on for it? Yes, we are actually for a change. But Wolves just don't know what to do in the final third here. They're trying to find options, but we are kind of defending pretty well. Areola, you've got this? No, he's not going to do it. And with Areola, man, you've got to command that box more. Joe's just saying, even to this day, he shows West Ham big respect. I mean, and that's one thing you can say about him. He's not he's not one of those that's kind of like I've moved on and that. He's Arsenal is his club now, but yeah, he don't forget where he kind of do his bread and butter, as they say. Yeah, because that's what nice old chance, but it's gone straight out for a goal kick. Arsenal Manic saying Spurs fans pretending we're hijacking the transfer targets this time. Yes, I've seen this one. Hinge Cappy, so cute. It's a North London thing, making it all fuzzy and comfortable and looking after each other. Usual saying Joseph never been replaced. I rate him tremendously. I'm glad in certain respects it was us that made him what he is, and he's got to a club now where he's kind of picked up on certain points, but I'll still say it's not the manager that's done that. And irreplaceable, and absolutely, we've never replaced Rice. And unfortunately, we haven't got that same kind of academy players like we used to have. Joseph was also saying, I think this is a new winning Arsenal that's been formed right now. Hopefully for them it will be. But all I say on that, Joseph, it's more down to their manager that can balls it up for them. They've got the squad. He's actually bought some decent players now. And getting Eze into the mix, that's also a good bit of business for him. It's where this manager sets them up. And we've seen in previous histories where he can, let them down. The test is going to be on the weekend against Liverpool. If they can do something over Liverpool, then you could say, okay, there's something in this team. But if Liverpool, even though like looking at last night, they didn't play well, but still managed to get a result, it'll come down to that game. And I think then you can start to say, okay, maybe we've got to think a little bit differently about Arsenal at this stage. Because I think some of the Arsenal fans are still not happy with how Arteta is. Wolf trying to get the ball in the box again. You've managed to kick out and he's going to go in for a throw. Michael Blees saying, best English midfielder by a mile in his day. Oh, 100%. I totally agree on that one. Arsenal said, you need 2 or 3 marquee players, game changers, a bit of a maverick, find the next to Canio. Love to. But I'll say again, unfortunately, not with this chairman and not with this manager. They're the ones that are kind of stopping us from getting them kind of type of players. Especially the owner, mate. He is the worst one for that. Joseph Irish memes the usual. And Irish, please, yes. As you're saying, Everton's new stadium, B machines are very smart technology. Are they similar to the Spurs ones? Are they copied them, or is it something completely different? I have to look at that. Usual saying, Aces, the ground looks good though, doesn't it? Proper football ground. We remember them days. That one behind us. Joseph saying, so next question, what are we going to do about our ground? It's an embarrassment. We've got a chairman that don't want to invest in it. Bradford are 3-0 up against Stoke as well. And unfortunately, we've got a mayor that doesn't want to change anything about it because as far as he's concerned, Olympics will come and be played back there again. We're going to have an Olympic competition there. Not seen one since the London Olympics. It's just going to sit there doing nothing. Ball gets delivered into the box, and no West Ham defender has gone for it. They've got another opportunity. Let's see. He's thinking about it. Plays it on the deck, looking for the thing. He has a shot, kicks it back out again, and again. We do not react to the second ball. And of all people, Strand Larsen. That's why they want to keep hold of him. So Areola manages to kick this one out. Okay, didn't get much clearance on it. I've seen it from a different angle here. He sees the ball, gets down with his foot, kicks it. But again, no one's following up on Strand Larsen. So who's picking up on Strand Larsen? Absolutely no one. Here we go again. Yeah, Arsenal Manic, you did call it. We all know the stadium's not fit for purpose now. You know, it's having its problems, and really, we need a stadium that could be a proper stadium. And this is where again we should have made the changes at least 10 minutes ago. We should have made the changes, but no, not Potter. You know, and I wouldn't say I won't blame Areola. It's the outfield players. Twice now we've allowed Wolves to get back into the game. But yeah, Joes, I think if it wasn't for Daniel Levy, Barry Hearn, and Sadiq Khan, that ground would have been ours, and we would have changed things to make it more of a football stadium. But as you know, the rest is history now, unfortunately, and we're where we are with it. I'd say Liverpool going to destroy Arsenal easily. I mean, if they get it in switched, oh my days. And it's that man again. That's it. That's it. Strand Larson. You've just upped your money, son. Yeah. Newcastle now have got to put big offers in for you if you're going to do that. And we have been beaten again, airily been beaten again, people. Arsenal is saying, I've only watched the last 20 minutes, but it's all Wolves. Stop sitting so deep. Yeah, this is the problem, man. We invite them in. We invite them in. Look at that. 2 for Strand Larson. And let's have a look at that. All over the shop. Ball gets delivered. Areola yet again defends it out. Wolves still getting it. So again, outfield players not dealing with it. And who's that he's beaten there? Let me see from the other angle. And that is Mavropanos. Michael, please say 6'8" striker just coming. We know the tactics now. Yes, and they know it. Yeah, they've exploited that. And unfortunately, I think if you look at it, that's going to be our season. Most teams are now going to had to work us out. And he's still not made no changes. 85 minutes coming up, and we've made. Fucking hell, man. As usual, yes. Oh, look, there. He's bringing 4 Quig on the 84th minute. What the hell is that all about? 228 is saying, shit, Dad's saying that. E20 is fuming. I'm not surprised, man. I'm not surprised. Michael Bean, yeah. Shit keeping again. We need Victor John. Me, I say, you could have cleared it better, but I'll still say it's the outfield players as well. Half of that, such perfect defending. You just crumble. You're not wrong there, man. Yes, indeed, Pepsi. I could do. An on-alone move doesn't seem ideal for league owner management tactics. Yes. Brendan's saying, mate, let's hope your predictions play out. A non-recoup, like Arsenal crumble. Game over. Yes, Gavin 3-2. Usual saying, last season against Southampton, when 1 up and put 11, Tadibas coming off, put 11 beyond the ball. Always the fucking same. Potter tactics. The 4 crews coming on there. 5 minutes. How's this man going to change anything? Guido Rodriguez is coming off as well. On comes Callum Wilson. Shit. 3-2. It gets worse, Pepsi saying, yeah. Joseph was saying, if this was the league, I'll be shouting at the telly, defend the draw. Can we get anything? No, it's good delivery in the box, but we do anything with it. And Wolves are now caught us on the break. He is literally, there's 3 players trying to run back. 1 man there, he's completely fluffed this. Is he going to try and go for goal? Yes, he is. And completely fluffed it. He has wasted a chance there. Wolves could have easily been 4-2 ahead then. Tichakonga, yeah, hang your head in shame, son. I hope so, but I think Wolves are more experienced on the pitch, I think. Oh, bloody hell, Potter. Matt, yeah, it's not looking good for him. Yeah, so easy. As Brendan said, well, this is all very disappointing. Yeah, a little bit of promise. And again, Brendan, as always, tickle of the balls and then kick us in the nuts just to kind of add pleasure to the pain. Brendan saying Potter cannot recover from this, can he? Nah. It's only going to get worse. And this is a cup game of all things. So one thing is a little bit of respite in the league, but not good. Not good. Frog says, there we go. Last 10 minutes, every fucking time, like clockwork. Yes, set your watch to it. Set your watch to it, and you can definitely... you have the perfect timing. Yes, Fockrug gets 5 minutes. What a joke. Anthony Herbert says there was 2 of your defenders around him, no pressure on him whatsoever. There could have been 4 there, Anthony. I don't think it would have made a blind bit of difference. He still would have scored. You're just saying, did anyone really expect anything different? I certainly didn't. No, I mean, we expected, this would be the West Ham way. Mind you, I suppose in certain things, usual, I don't think I expected us to get 2 goals. And at least they were from deliveries into the box. Frog says, bring Fulkrug on now. What is the fucking point? Useless twat. Yes, wasted. 70th, get my teeth in. 70th to the 75th minute. That's when we should have made the change, if anything. And on Recoup saying, Potter is an AI concept. Fuck knows whose body it is. Sullivan's, mate. He's up in the stands there and he's controlling that body down there. That's why it looks fucking expressionless and motionless. He don't give a shit about us, does he? Matt saying Wilson might do something if he gets the service. Got to get it in there first, though, Matt. I mean, there's one delivery, but again, we've got enough to recoup, get back on there. Frog said Wilson as well. He's just taking the piss at this point. Coming to you if you've got the legs for it. Well done, son. No foul in there. Get up, man. Bring it forward. Can we get something out of it? 89th minute coming up. How many minutes of added time do you think we're going to get on? Probably about 3-4 minutes, if that. Great delivery into the box, but who to? Suchek. Back in again. Wall-Price, can you do something with it? Kilman. And we're going back with the ball again. Yeah, so, it's only kind of coming to the 90th minute. Don't worry about it, boys. I also want to say, what is the main issue? Lack confidence, down tools, average squad. Lacking confidence, and that's from the manager. The manager's not instilling any into the players. That's the worst thing about it. And no idea of what he's doing with it. No shape, no form, no cohesion. And you've just got to look at his record. So the players are trying to do something, but no doubt again, lean over the ball, son. When you look at something like that, it's when you're down the bottom, Arsenal Manic, it doesn't go your way, and when it doesn't go your way, it does it tenfold. Brendan saying Fernandez not in Southampton squad tonight. Can only hope. Fingers crossed. And on Recoup says got to do better, Potter. It's gonna 6 minutes of added time, people. 6 minutes of added time, and Potter looks perplexed there. Still chewing on the same piece of gum from half time. Fucking hell, man. It's the hope that kills you, usual. Absolutely. Strand Larson nearly getting a hat-trick there. I saying, looking forward to watching Egal getting cooked tonight on Potts' channel. Sit down, man. Can't see. Matt saying all of the above, Arsenal, man. Yeah. Michael Lee says, leave the coaching team there, please. Oh, yeah. Get someone else in. Usual saying, Topher, football is becoming secondary on the channel now. I much prefer the chat between all of us. Absolutely, because when you look at it, until we see changes, usual, we make it what it is at the end of the day. And I totally agree on that. I mean, that's what we're good at doing. I also want to say Lopetegui was a problem. Spent a lot of money on him. And literally, if you listen to some of his team talks, Arsenal Manic, as a fan, no idea what that man was saying. So for the players, we can only feel for them at that point. Brenda's saying, that is where I am too, usual. The chat is the bomb. You guys have made, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Agree as well. Fox saying, yeah. Michael says, Potter 6 minutes to save his job. 4 minutes now, so let's get the ball up the pitch. Try and do it. You're saying no spiteful bastards here. It's a great channel. Thank you very much, usual. Yeah, I mean, nice and relaxing. Just do what we do. And as we all know, innit, if the game's not going our way, who cares? We do something else. We occupy ourselves. Wolves coming forward again. See, we're not even pressing players. We are never. Look, Taxi there. He's just fucking done 2 players there with 1 move, and yet gone from Mavropanos with his silky legs, and Mavropanos recovered, and it's another corner to Wolves. Nearly 4. It was Aces. Yes, nearly 4. Frog saying subscribe. Come on, lads. Let's have a rally. Yes. Thank you, matey. Thank you. Attack. Arsenal saying, come on, 4 minutes to make it 3-3. Can they do it? Strand Larson's been the difference. Michael Chill saying, yeah, Jellyfish Potter, same old. At least you guys have the league to focus on, I guess. I admire your optimism there, Michael, I must admit. Well done, West Ham. At least we've got ourselves out of trouble there. Referee ain't got a clue. Michael Billy saying Potter fought again, needed subs when he took the lead. Yeah. He got the delusions of grandeur, didn't he? He saw the 2 goals, got in and thought, oh, that's enough. The outfield them players now can finish the job off. Joseph saying, let's face it, lads, we drop our standards. The manager makes our standards drop because there is definitely no cohesion. There's no kind of fight in some of these players. Paquet's just fallen over, and now it's 3-on-3. Ball gets placed to Strand Larson. Strand Larson, is he going to try and go for it? Wolves should have played out to the left there, Wolves. You've made a mistake here. You're just trying to get into the corner now. Look, get up, man. And you've you fell over like a fucking idiot, man. Get up. Who is that? Like streak of piss. Good evening, Luke. Hope you're doing well, mate. Northampton Town versus Leyton Orient, Saturday, August the 30th on Sky Bet League One final. Kick off 3 p.m. Thank you very much for that, sir. Hope you're doing well, Luke. Brenna's saying we are targeting 17th, Michael. Michael B says we need a proactive manager, not reactive. You wouldn't mind if he was reactive, but he isn't. He's not both of those, unfortunately, Michael, in my eyes, because he's not been reactive because, as you mentioned, we get the goal to finish the game off, and he doesn't make no changes. When we all knew that's what you should do at this point, the team was crying out for it. Come on, Jeff, can we do something with it? Come on, Cole Peters, do something with it. Get the ball in. Play it back out again. Oh, well defended there by the Wolves player. And offside as well. Shit me. Ace is saying Sheffield Wednesday 1, Leeds United 0. Arsenal Manic saying the funny thing is that Wolves are trying to get a 4th goal because they know that they can get that against us. That's the thing. You're saying we haven't got any standards to drop. Yes, you can only go lower when you go lower. Oh man. Frog saying one has to say that it transpires the German was absolutely correct with his rating of our beloved squad. Truth hurts, unfortunately, and that's what you got to love about Ford Krug. He says it as it was, and players don't like it. So I know what the final score is, people. Anyway, inactive. That is probably the better word. Time is up. Yeah, definitely. More pressure on Potter now. He's saying third round draw tomorrow night after the United game, and that what a save! Yeah, it was indeed. Strand Larson, though, for Wolves coming on, clearly made the difference for Wolves. They will want to make sure that they can hold on to this player, because if he's going to do things like that, and the camera is fixed now onto Potter, and you've got there basically, as Josie was saying, standards back in the days, they carried that badge with pride. Some of that lot don't care and only care for the money. Yeah, you can, and that's unfortunately with a lot of players these days. But yeah, we've got some of the West Ham players. They're only there for the short term, and that is a sad thing. But that's a great statement there, Joseph. Yeah, we're shite United. Well, the old song, West Ham is massive everywhere we go. Well, let's change that to West Ham are shit everywhere we go. Full time, yeah. As Brendan's saying, insult to shite, that is, Frog. Arsenal is saying, bye, Harry Potter. Yeah, he's not good at all. Good point, yeah. You were saying, Joseph, leaving Upton Park done it for me. Yeah, our soul has been left at that ground behind me. Oh, yeah, Aces, you imagine the 20 match reaction. Get the popcorn at the ready. He'll be spitting. I think there'll be a few channels doing that. I was saying, big decision you've got to make now. Sack now or wait until Christmas. The problem is, though, Arsenal, if we wait too long, and I don't think Christmas is ideal for us to wait that long. If we are still fucking not even picking up on things, then we are not getting out of that hole. And we are going to be sitting down where we currently are. So when you look at something like that, it's definitely the case of the board have to react quickly. And to be honest with you, Sullivan never wanted Potter in the first place. This is the thing. He never wanted him in the first place. He wanted literally someone else that are kind of he were getting on the cheap. Potter was only going to be coming in as a 6-month contract, and then all of a sudden somehow, and we think it's obviously old Brady that's done this, he suddenly gets a 2.5-year contract. I mean, look at the Wolves players. They're celebrating there with their fans. Pepsi, yes, things can only get better. Matt saying Potter has to go now. Is our ball? The thing is, though, there, Matt, is the ball ballsy enough to do this? And I don't think they are. Of course, my apologies, Frog. You're so correct. Keep calm. He's a psychologist. Well, he needs to get his bench out. That's for sure. You're not probably wrong there. And then, yeah, sack after Spurs. That could be the case. Final nail with coffin. And you can just see the writing on the wall now, can't you? You can just see it. Kudos is going to bang one against us. Mandy's saying, if you concede 11 goals in 3 games with a very defensive lineup, then what's the point? Are we, Bowen, he looks frustrated. What's happened there? Something happened? He looks a bit frustrated. I don't know if someone said something. He's fuming. Yeah, look, and it's good to see it. Yeah, something's obviously upset Bowen there. Hopefully they'll have a fucking ding-dong in the changing rooms, because that's what's needed, I think. Some home truths got to be put out there, and not just hearing it from Fulgrim. You need to hear it from other players as well. And hopefully, Bowen's going to give his piece, because he looks like he's fucking livid. Potter realised, look, Potter can't even fucking say anything to him, and then he's gone straight past in. Dareem, yes, Mandy's spot on there. Ace is saying Bristol Rovers 4, Tottenham 4 under 21s. Bristol Rovers 5-4 on penalties. Anthony will be delighted. Matt said, I think you'll go. We get beat versus Nottingham Forest as well. I mean, look, something's going to happen now, isn't it? It's sad times. It really is sad times there. Man is saying there's just no point to it all. Yeah. Michael Chelsea, love you, sir. So Gareth of Southgate for West Ham next time. Man, oh man, it'd be like his fucking twin coming to the ground, wouldn't it? Absolutely disgusting. I mean, he's seriously got to look at himself now with the team he picked. It did look great. It started, poor. We got something out, got back into the game. But to take the lead and not hold on to that, we knew it was going to be a hard thing to do because the way we're playing currently. And then you make changes in the 85th minute virtually. 85th minute. What is the point of that? We allowed Wolves to come to us, and that we've allowed them to kind of beat us again airily, and that's what and then we don't get to see the likes of Skull. We don't see the likes of Potts given a chance in a cup game, which was crying out for them to be played. So he's really got to look at himself in that respect. But the fact that we are now out of a cup, which in certain respects at this time of the year, probably not a bad thing. Probably not a bad thing at all, because to say that we've got to concentrate on the league, and when you think we're only two games in on the Premier League at the moment, it's sad. It's really, and it's trying to find the words to express how you feel about this, because I know with most channels you can rant and rave, etc. This man has got to realise, when you think, what's this now? This is 5 wins in 24 games. That is sacking. That's a sacking there, isn't it? Your win rate is like that. And we've already said it before in that. If you are literally got a worse record now than Avram Grant, why stick with the man? He's got to be gone. Look into my eyes. Play better. Maybe that's what he's got to do with his psychology now, usual, just to try and get a tune out of this team. And on saying pottery team of clay. Brutal clay at that though. And on recruit, we definitely kind of get beaten every single time on that. Mainly saying the guys playing all their defensive players and conceding more after 3 games than any other manager. He's setting records for the wrong thing, and the fact that this is the thing. He had a before he came to us, he was out of football for 2 years, so there's enough time to recharge the batteries. But what he did in that time is shit ass, absolutely shit ass. Joe was saying, now to think of it, mate, it was because our players back then were local boys, and exactly, a lot of the local talent. You had a bit more fighting. That they knew what it was to wear the claret and blue. That's the difference. They actually, we had players that wanted to play for the club. That had the determination, had the fight, had the spirit, because it was drilled into them. Now we blind on some of these players, and no disrespect to some of the foreign players, because we've had some decent ones over the years. But we look at the current squad we've got at the moment. Apart from you could say Souček is one of them. Definitely tries his best for us. Paqueta, we're seeing a bit better from him in that, but how long he's going to be with us is another thing. But look at some of the other dross. I mean, Guido Rodriguez in there. Malik Diouf, great signing for us this season. Agurd, Mavropanos. They're not, Mavropanos wants to try, but again, he lacks that quality. We have definitely got some shite here and there, and then we buy out players that don't perform like these before. I mean, Cole Peters didn't have a bad game today, in my eyes. JWP, that was a waste of time in that, and we could have had Freddie Potts playing there. Really, it'd been nice to see Marshall. I mean, I'm just looking, the goals that we conceded there. Areola, you could say, could have done a lot better, but it's the second balls. They're the things, and the outfield players not following up with their players and allowing it to be caught back in. I mean, like I've just seen one there. Tadibo just turned his back on one of the goals with the shot. Areola spins it out, and again, no one's picking up the follower. It's a basic thing you get taught in football as kids. Yeah, and Wolves are dispatching us easy. I mean, again, Areola kicks it out. Wolves still in possession, and they still manage to get the ball in, and then he puts it away. Why weren't it defending? Fox saying, Matt, I dare say there'll be the usual dance of last-minute saves. You know the drill, yes. And Matt saying Potter will be gone before international break if we don't win against Forest. Forest are going to have a field day with us. Chris Woods, the old man. Forest destroys with their pace and power and quality. Arsenal Manic saying, get Gary Neville or Rooney, even Gerrard. Kidding. Well, mate, you never know, man. Any one of them could probably do a little bit better than that. Lynn, good evening to yourself. Thanks for coming in. Potter out. Yeah, it's not good at all. Not good. There he is, Mr. Sullivan himself. Don't panic. Don't panic. Well, with a face like that, mate, you need to. Frog saying, usual Tony, should be known as the Pleasure Dome. I was going to say, remember how Neville embarrassed for Lynn? Oh, man. Yes. Brendan saying, but did we have some honours, Cockneys, Joseph Legg, Alvin Martin, Ray Stewart, McAvenny? Yeah, but they knew what it was all about, though, didn't they, Brendan? That's the thing. Them kind of type of players, they had the hardcore about them. They brought that into the team. Lynn saying, bring back Bilic. Oh, man. Joseph was saying, fair game, well done, Wolves. Yeah, I mean, look, they exploited our weaknesses and they deserved a win at the end of the day. But yeah, we know where it's all gone wrong. We can definitely see that. Ace saying, there's always remember the opening segment in episode 1 of Only Fools and Horses, Grandad versus Rodney. Argument is Potter. Yeah, true. Well, good shout. Usual saying, the midfield was so fast tonight, we should have slowed it down a bit. Man, it was blinding. That's why the old stream froze. Good evening, Eamon. Oh, you're doing well. Good to see you in here. Problem with Potter is he's still using players we know ain't good enough for the Premiership. We are going down. Potter is so negative with his tactics. And the thing is, as well, with that comment, when he gets questioned about things, he gets all defensive. He gets a bit shirty with people. And it's like, you're the gaff bloke in charge. You're the one that's telling these players what to be doing and that. So expect criticism. That's what your job is. That's what you're paid for. You're paid to make sure that this team functions. And if it's not doing it, unfortunately, the players get away with a bye. It's you that take the brunt of it. So you getting all arsy with journalists and think what the fans are thinking. If you don't like it, fuck off. Fox says, well done, Wolves, bastards. Arsenal is saying Bowen needs Nolan. It's like Batman and Robin. Yeah, well, apparently what it was there, apparently some fans said some comments on that, and I think Bowen got a little bit upset about it kind of thing. But, it's, you can understand our frustration. Brendan, yeah, hit the nail there, the usual. Eamon saying Paqueta and Bowen are 0. Matt saying I could see Bowen wanting out of this shit show soon. There's going to be a point. There's going to come a point. And I agree with you that, Matt, as well. Frog says 11 goals put past us in the first 3 games of the season. Insanity. I'm saying, wonder what Potter was saying post-match press conference. He's already kind of writing his script now, Matt. He'll go, imagine that though, Pepsi. I'd rather he'd go to Villa if he was going to go anywhere. I mean, I don't know these other 2 clubs. Apparently, there's supposed to be a 4-way split, but who they are. But if he goes there, that'll be Sullivan then taking the piss out of all the West Ham fans. Brendan's saying we have to do better, Matt. Eamon's saying we was under the cosh and Potter didn't change it. He just sat back and let Wolves take control of the match. Shit manager, shit tactics, shit in-game play. Summed up in a nutshell. He got too happy seeing the 2 goals that we scored and thought that would be enough to get it across the line. Yeah. Poor tactics. Shit tactics, as Eamon's saying. Frog saying, Matt, we need to do better. I'll take full responsibility, etc., etc. Yeah, Yeah, Lynn's, yeah, you're right. Potter hasn't got a clue. We do it together, Penny. Yeah, nice one, Frog. All BS, Frog. Yeah. Michael Blaze is saying someone in the away end said something when we went over to applaud them. He will now be thinking about leaving. That's all it takes. But he's got, these players got to realise that we love our club, you know. Death till we die kind of thing, you know, that we've always wanted our club to do well. We know what West Ham is about. We either do good or we do bad, but this is fucking beyond bad. This is you know, literally taking the piss. You know, we've never been in a sad state like this. And not being funny, even when we were relegated, we still packed out Upton Park. We still kind of, you know, showed our support, regardless how it was. But this is hard to take. This is really hard to take. Brendan saying, Cambridge won, not a wasted evening after all. Hey, we was all in together there, Brendan, wasn't it? Never wasted with us. Matt saying, can't blame him, Michael. We're shocking, yeah. Pepsi saying, Pepsi doing a fantastic job. Great entertainment. I was thinking Ancelotti, but then not the right fit. Won't get the star players, and he's a coach of Brazil right now. Yeah, that would be way too ambitious for a club like West Ham, mate. That's for sure. Good shout, Matt. Who's going to work with Sullivan? Oh, is it going to be someone that's got bloody hell? Brentford have beat Bournemouth 2-0 as well. Someone that's got a bit of balls to actually say no to this fella. You know, that's the thing. You know, it's who do we get in? I mean, I'd like to see, you know, what's going to go on. I mean, you know, I know we said about Big Ange, would he come here? I don't know. The Nuno situation, you know, after seeing this at Bournemouth, I would go for Areola. That's the man I would have. Let's get him in. Get Areola in. I think he's a bit frustrated because I think they've sold a couple of their players as well. So there's a possibility that there's a chance to kind of grab and steal there, get the manager in. You were saying, do you think Potter's related to Frank Spencer? Oh, petty. Mark was saying Potter's Rodney Trotter. Rodney Trotter double, yes. Or as Aces says, Lee Gunner. Arsenal is saying you're selling your best players to Arsenal, to Spurs. We ain't done business with Spurs, Arsenal for 15 years, and then we decided to do this. Evening to West Ham United 58. Good to see you in here as well. Thanks for coming in. Sullivan is Del Boy. He's fucking something, isn't he? He is definitely something. I'm saying Mike Bassett, England manager, and we've got Graham Potter, West Ham manager. Only difference is Graham Potter isn't funny. Bad. Mike Bassett will probably do the job though, Eamon. You know what I mean? Picture saying 6-0 Forest. Couldn't put it past him, mate. And as Matt said, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me either. Joseph says, and like I said, a team that lacks fundamental schoolboy football tonight. Unfortunately, when you look at something like that, I suppose that died a long time ago, unfortunately, Joseph. Pepsi 1-1 leads. Good evening from the 007. Good to see you in here. Thanks for coming in. What a crap game of football. League Two teams could have beaten both teams. I've seen more precise passing in kids' football. It's shocking, mate, isn't it? Absolutely shocking. The worst part about it is you got to go to work or, whatever you do, and you're going to have your mates going to be fucking take the piss out of us now for the next couple of days leading up to the Forest game. It's sad. You get lost for words to think, is this how low this club can get now? Is it really that low? Matt's saying you're doing a watch along with Yeti on Sunday, Tony, 2 p.m. kickoff. Possibly, mate. Possibly. I've got to see what he's going to be doing in that. But I'm hoping to do the watch along for that game as well, because that should be an interesting one. Joe said Bo will never leave. I'm hoping he won't. I mean, he signed that long contract. But you've got to think at the end of the day, players have only got a short-term life in football. So does he stay? That's going to be the questioning. Also, was saying, the concerning aspect was the way you conceded those 2 late goals. How many bites of the cherry did their players get? And this is the thing, we mentioned it earlier, and I think you did as well. We just sat back way too much. We just allowed the team to come forward, and before you know it, it was only a matter of time before they get something out of it. Yeah, you never know, Joseph. Matt says Bowen was anonymous in the second half, wasn't he, Tony? I mean, I think if you look at it, apart from the one delivery he got in for the goal from Paqueta, other than that, yeah, I mean, not much else. But it could be the case of frustration. Maybe that's what that fan said to him that kind of made him go like it. Eamon saying Potter is out doing Avram Grant. Yeah, I mean, Avram Grant must be thinking, finally, someone's knocked me off that spot. I don't need to be top place there as being the shittest manager that we've had out at West Ham. Potter is definitely taking that over. Neil says, good evening, Neil, as well. Thanks for coming in. Personally think it is too late to change Potter now to save the season. Potter goes, he'll be replaced with another negative tosser who can't do anything with our pacey midfield. And that's the worst aspect of it, isn't it? The fact that, again, as always, this chairman didn't take note of last season. You know, he got a couple of wins, Potter, last season, but really, did he show us that he was a man to carry this team forward? No, not at all. Amount of times that we do well in certain games, and the rest of it was all down to him making stupid changes and the wrong choices of players coming on, and we've seen it. So yeah, but now if we are going to be stuck with him, it means it's going to be a long, long, hard season for us, and it's going to be a real bitter pill to take to watch us being like we are at the moment, because you like to think there's only one way we can go, and let's go forwards. But at the moment, not only we are in neutral, we are fucking reversing back slowly and surely, and it'll pick up pace. Yeah, dear. Michael Cho's saying Sullivan will get some cheap and free deals on the final transfer date on. It looks like he's going down that route anyway, Michael, but I can see the same old bullshit excuse out of him as well. He'll come and say, oh, we were looking at this player, that player, and that player, but it just didn't work out. We couldn't get it over the line. What a load of old shit. Ultimately saying Jim slip and bend over work with Sullivan. Man. Matt's saying like Brownhill, Michael Chelsea, yeah. So no worry, not your fault. You just saying that oxygen thief Sterling on deadline day. Yeah, because I've seen this one as well, Matt. I mean, I don't know if you are as well, people in the chat that's still with me. Do you think there's any truth in this, that there's possibly a swap deal to be had with Spurs, with Paqueta going to Spurs and Basuma coming to us? That was some power for it. Definitely sum us up. Brendan's saying Galatasaray after him now, Matt. Arsenal is saying you're the most polite and level-headed fans too. You deserve a better team. We Arsenal fans are annoying and loud. But for the rare few of you Arsenal men are also passionate about the team as well. You got a lot of deluded ones. But man, Matt's saying missed out on Grealish and Tyler Diblin as well. We've lost our pulling power as a club. Thanks to that Dolph Sullivan. The club is toxic due to that bell end. Yes, great one. Arsenal saying disclaimer: I don't speak for all Arsenal fans, of course. Yes. Pepsi saying Sullivan looked the sign Adebayo Akafemwa. Man, yeah, we've got him out of retirement, and he said he'd do a job for us for the season. Brendan saying, yeah, and lost it to Moyes, Matt. That is ironic itself. We're taking Pepsi. Yeah, he'll do a job. Don't blame him there. Arsenal is saying, any time to get some decent late signings. Well, it's going to be down to Sullivan, I think, if anything. So we'll see what comes out of this. Michael Schultz is saying, yeah, unless Sullivan's got money hiding in the back of the sofa, I only want permanent transfers, not loan deals, fella. We ain't got the money for it. That's the thing, Michael. Apparently we haven't got the money for it, so we can only do that. Welcome back, Forest Gate lad. Yeah, we just sat back instead of pressing. truly. And the thing was, we did do a little bit of pressing, but for me, it wasn't enough. There should have been the old days when you give the little player the nudge, let him know you're there. But there was none of that from us today, really. And as you said, yeah, we just kind of, especially when Strand Larson came on, we definitely kind of went all defensive and allowed Wolves to come at us. They should have exploited us a lot more than that. Brendan's saying, yeah, Matt, who'd cut to West Ham at the moment? This is the thing. It's not exactly an enticing place to come at the moment, West Ham. Because at the moment, as much as we try and be positive about things, unfortunately, if you look at the club itself and that, it's all doom and gloom. Yeah, exactly. Brendan C. And look like Grealish as an epiphany there. Yeah, well, it'll be, Moyes will get out of him. Yeah, no idea. Yes. Usually saying we don't load players at West Ham. Sullivan pimps them out instead. Fucking jizz goblin. Man. Matt says nobody will get a tune out of this squad, even with new signings. You need someone who will come in with new ideas. That's the only way it's going to happen. GP saying, I'll take up Rimmon again. It's cheaper than less stressful and best of all free. Happy days, GP. Forest Gate lad saying, even Pep couldn't get a tune out of this shower crap. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. It's not good. Arsenal is saying, you can't go down. West Ham are a big club, mate. If you go down, you could end up like Leeds. This chairman, unfortunately, Arsenal, there's something going on because it seems to be in his divine wisdom. That's what he's looking for, I think. He's either asset stripping the club, he's either looking to move on, which obviously if he does, it'd be a godsend. But at the moment, there is something that's not right. The worst part about it when Karen Brady talked shite is the fact that they've both, when she was asked the question, are you looking to sell up? And it was categorically, no, we are not looking to sell up. That's when you know that our club's gone. Yeah, Lynn, you're not wrong. Blame Brady for picking Potter. Yeah, she convinced Sullivan to give him a 2.5-year contract. Yeah, enjoy yourself, GP. Yeah. Matt's saying that's what we need to get Sullivan at Arsenal. Yeah. Arsenal saying the only positive that it's still early in the season, you can take action. Would love to see that happen. But with this manager at the moment, he is losing the confidence, I think, from the players. He has definitely not got anything from the fans. He's lost that. Considering the pre-season, we did okay in, but really in the league, yeah, the decisions he's made have put us where we are. Especially the Hermanson one. Should never have started him in the Sunderland game. For me, there was a no-brainer. But we put him for 2 games and look what he's done. Matt saying as well, blame Brady for picking Potter and Sullivan for not sticking the 6 months contract as originally agreed. Absolutely. Brady will have to have blood around if Potter leaves as it was her appointment. Great shout, Matt. Pepsi saying Sullivan will probably sign a few illegal coming down to Dover. Man, Matt says never had an issue with Arsenal Manic. Neil saying with the new footy regulator on the horizon, I wonder if the Tory gimp is loading the club up with debt to take one final payday before standing up. And I think you're on a good thing there, good shout there, Neil, because it doesn't seem right what's going on. There is something definitely happening in there. But but we know this chairman of ours, he is so tight-lipped that he don't want to let anything out of the bag. But there is something definitely going on. If he is selling up, and let's hope it's sooner rather than later. The worst case scenario is that if he does the same like with Birmingham City and he walks away with a small fortune. That in itself is fucking, bribery at its best. That's corruption. That's fraud. Simple. I was going to say, Matt, yeah, you're too kind. Our fans are annoying as fuck. That's true. Matt saying, don't think the regulator comes in until 2026. Oh, man. Matt saying, nothing wrong with being loud, Arsenal Manic. Yes, let's get 40 likes minimum. Thank you very much, Arsenal Manic. Yes, people, there's 23 currently at the moment. Don't forget, mate. Don't forget. Let's make sure we hit the likes, share and subscribe. You know, it costs you nothing, and it obviously helps the channel out big time. So, and I appreciate everyone that's in there. GP saying, it's over, Tony. Just like your beautiful hand upon my withering willy. It's all over. I'll make sure I warm it up next time, GP. I'm sorry about that. Arsenal Minute saying, loud isn't the right term. I mean obnoxious. Eros is saying, who won? Wolves, my friend, Wolves. We let it go. Evening, Jeff, at the Bowling Lounge. Don't forget, people, go and see him. His channel as always. Truth is, we were struggling to beat an almost second X1 Liverpool side, Wolves side. They brought on a few first teamers and blew us away. We are in big trouble. Jeff, you are not wrong, mate. Definitely not wrong. Substitutions, again, cost us. I don't know what this man's got in his head when it comes to substitutions. Yeah, I think Tonsand is with it now, GP, yes. Matt saying, Arsenal, well, the ones that come in here are cool. Yeah, they are. We did an Eros, yeah. Evening, Tony in the chat. Evening again, Jeff. Yes, Jeff. And they're saying hello. Eros saying, Jesus Christ, Matt Foster, what's going on with the Irons? We're shite, basically. Mr. Lounge, good evening, my friend. Michael Chill saying, I see Jeff is not happy in the chat. Well, would you can understand it. How long you got, Eros? Your hair laughing fucking arse off. Frog saying, Arsenal money. The club is fucked, mate. Top to bottom. This just feels like a culmination of the past few seasons where we got away with shit performances. And the thing is, as much as, you know, it's probably his time, but at least with Moyes, we had some stability. You know, as much as it may pain your ear in it, we did have some stability. There was a difference. Matt's saying, lost the fans, lost the dressing room, soon the ball will stay P45 for Potter. Arsenal saying, what the fuck, just Google to see how Karen Brady looks like these days. Has so much more cosmetic surgery. Yeah, that's what happens when you go to the London Stadium. Yeah, Lynn, well said. Our owners are liars and frauds. Despise them. Yes, don't forget, we've got a 67,000 seat stadium. 67,000 seat stadium. Not even been signed off for that. But, you know, we've got a 67,000 seat stadium. And we're investing in the club, in the squad. Well, let's see it then, because we ain't seen shit at the moment. Frog says, even when Sullivan makes a good decision, he somehow manages to fuck it up. That's what I said, you know, he don't give a toss, man. Matt saying he never makes a good decision, Frog. Yeah. Good evening to NG Sports TV. Welcome into the chat. Thanks for being here as well. Who would you take to replace Potter? The way I just said it earlier on, if you wasn't in the chat by then, for me, the club that kind of seems to also be in a bit of a trouble in that, and they are selling players, are going for Iriola at Bournemouth. I'll go there now. Bundle in the back of the car and bring him over to the London Stadium. He'd be the one for me, Iriola. There's a few others in that, but I think he'd be the one to kind of exploit a situation that's going on at Bournemouth. Ewas is saying, Sullivan just not the one. I can feel a protest coming, Tony. The problem is, though, with this chairman, he's made it so no one can get anywhere near him. And the thing is, as well with it, Ross apparently, you know, if the truth's in it, he comes in underneath the tunnels, goes straight up to his little room, and he don't need to see anyone. So that's how much he kind of thinks about us, basically. Maybe that's what it's need. Yeah, Matt, true, Frog saying. But him wanting Potter on a 6-month trial was a good call. What a Burke. Yeah. Good evening to Kalita Misaka. How are we doing? Thanks for coming in. Being the only West Ham fans, this makes things hard. Yes, indeed, it does, mate. And welcome into the chat. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, not good at all, is it? Not good at all. Frog saying to NG Sports, at this point, the bloke that runs the local chippy would do for a start. Matt's saying exactly, Frog. He'd be gone by now, if not for Baroness Broad Brady overruling him. GP, brilliant. Kalita saying, who do we go for after Potter, guys? Like I said, Iriola for me. I'll take him. Let's see what the people in the chat say. Let us know your views on that. Who would you know, if Potter was to go, Who would you like to see take the helm? Let us know that, please. Ewa said, I'll go down the London Stadium with you guys to protest. Superb, man, if I was there. Love that, Eros. Thank you. You're saying Brady's a toffee-nosed cow. She is so fucking dislikable. Yeah, just lies out of her mouth all the time. Overworked with Sullivan. Michael Chills saying, at least Holly on the West Ham network is always happy regardless of the team. That's what we've got to be, Michael. We've been there for some of us. We've seen it go, ups and downs, lows and highs. Matt saying, shows up well when working with Alan Sugar, though. Yeah. Kelly saying, no more Mr. Positivity today. Most definitely, my friend. That's for sure. Good evening, Stephanie. Hope you're doing well. What was the score? Basically, we lost it 3-2 in the end. 3-2. Good to see you in there. And as she's saying there's 34 likes. Come on, people. If you haven't already, as Arsenal Manic said, can we try and get it up to the 40 mark, to the 40 likes? That would be very nice before we go. You're just saying no, Matt. No. Yeah, there you go. 3-2. Thank you very much. 3-2. Thank you very much. Jeff saying that P45 apart is only a part of the problem, in my opinion. Yeah, top to bottom. Fair enough. Yeah, not good. Not good. Tony, I've got a big truck. Brilliant. We'll all fit in the back of that. Bring it along. Bring it along. NG Sports says, well, do you see your owners selling? Well, apparently not. Brady has said they're not looking to sell. But she didn't say, though, for the right price. Yeah, she could do that. Throw his ass in there. Yeah. GP saying, I bet Nick on Clayton Blue has exploded. Putin thinks it's World War III. Man. There'll be some West Ham channels kicking off. Frog saying, Bone, absolutely. The dog you do is so deep. He says, don't condone violent people. Usually saying, Matt, any more of that, then you'll be on the naughty step as well. Big up Tony in the chat, legends. Stephanie, you're one yourself. Thanks for the fair commenters there. Michael Barrymore, Pepsi's going on. Frog says, NG Sports, no, they'll all squeak every last pip out of this club. Yeah, definitely. Allegri, but we ain't getting him now, that's for sure. Well, we would have want to come. Barry Evans of EastEnders. Wow. Lynn says, protest outside Sullivan's house. Oh, imagine that. Gone are the days when we used to throw windows at managers' windows, they're home. Then, we don't do that anymore, unfortunately. Jeff saying we'll get Deitch. Mind you, he might show a bit more than Potter at the moment, old Deitchy. Pep says Leeds screwing up penalties. Sheffield Wednesday win 3-0 on penalties. Wow. Yeah, not good. I think so. Jeff there as well. Stephanie saying Arteta will be a good fit, guaranteed top 4. Sorry, couldn't resist. Yeah, and Eros loved that one as well. Pep saying Sheffield Wednesday knockout Leeds on penalties. Not good. So like GP. Fox says anyone not yet subbed is doomed to be a Spurs fan. That's the one. That's it. Arsenal saying, mate, I just quickly clicked on West Ham TV. It's kicking off. Matt saying 100 million losses next season. How are we going to cover that, Tony? Man. Well, this is what gets me at the moment, Matt. I think I said it on Sunday. How can you work the maths out when we've got no money yet? We can get to Debo, Hermanson, and then when you look at we've kind of recouped. We spent 35 million. You might as well say. And then you hear these rumours of 3 players that's going to cost us 125 million on money we haven't got. It's don't make sense. Doesn't make sense, as they say. Bowling Lounge is saying she also said GP is a forward-thinking modern manager. Blah blah blah. Yeah. She was just talking shit. Kalita is saying if Potter is sacked, should we continue signing Magassi? Well, with that midfield we've got at the moment, I think we've got to do something. And if I'd like to see Potts given more chance. I would like to see him given more of a chance, but at the same point, we need to make some changes in there. A bit of fresh blood. He could be why not? If he offer something more than some of these players we've got currently, We've got to take him. Evening. Cuffs, call one out for Sullivan. Cuffs. Usual says, Rusty B has said West Ham look to sign Billy the Fish. It's the only player he hasn't mentioned. At least he might be able to win the ball in the air. Cletus saying, I think fans, we aren't doing much. All should have stopped watching the games at London Stadium. It's an interesting one, though, because with that, if they're adopting the same style like at Arsenal, for instance, then there's a chance you're going to lose your ticket. So, Arsenal saying 50 more likes. Let's go. Thank you very much for that. Michael Charles, hi, buddy. GP saying Rusty B might get his vinyl records nicked if we protest. Frog saying, general question, is it possible to get a season ticket just for away games? No, I don't think it will be, mate, because you know how this lot want to kind of get everything out of you, basically. Trip saying, why are people not smashing the like button? Yes, thank you, Trip. Good evening to yourself, mate. Thanks for coming in. There you go, Stephanie. Look, 2 away from 40 likes. Thank you, people. Coming in. 2 more people to get it over the line. Coming there. NG Sports says that we have players you can take. Lecong, Fabio Vieira. Vieira's not so bad. Laconga and that, yeah, no. But Vieira, you know, he's okay. Matt's saying, I'm guessing the guarantees we put on the assets with the bank loans and how we cover the debt. Yeah, but that's, again, you got to think it's literally, that's all on paper, Matt. You know? But if it all goes wrong, then we've got to pay that money back. And that's the thing that goes where it goes wrong. But I mean, why are we borrowing? Yeah, Sunderland are out as well. Cool. Huddersfield wins 6-5 on penalties. Jeff saying the Bowling Lounge, they're away STs Frogs, but I think they're trying to phase them out. Yeah, not surprising there, really. GB saying, I want to go to the protest and take the big LS screen. Nice. Brendan saying, Huddersfield West Ham, Jesus. Neil saying, Billy the Fish won't come near us as much. Too much That's a great one. Too much battering. You saying, new players and a new DJ would be a start. Man alive. Are we still using the same old DJ that plays the same old shit? Yeah, nice one, Neil. Yeah. Khalid is saying, are you Potter out, sir? When you've got a manager, put it this way, Khalid, look at this. When you've only won 5 games in the last, and we might say 24 games now, then that tells you something. We need change because, unfortunately, I think Potter can't even buy a win. So really, his time, in my respects, is done. So yes, he should be out now. He's got to go. It's not going to turn around for this club, and with someone like him in charge, all we've seen is, not just negativity, but there's no idea, there's no kind of structure, there's no way forward. When you look at things like that, it literally tells you that, a manager, either he's lost the dressing room, the board has got no faith, and the fans can't trust him to get something out of it. Jeff saying that the Bowling Lounge think they are like rock and all shit, though, because if they don't get renewed, then it's gone forever. Yeah, I think we said this on Sunday, Jeff, didn't we? Jess kind of summed it up with how Arsenal do things, but knowing with this bloody idiot in charge, he would nick it off your hand while you got the chance. He's like in an MP's nicking a lollipop from a child. He'll do that. Yeah, usually say, Neil, I saw what you did there. Pep says, Odegaard for Bowen, great deal. Man alive. GP saying usual. Yeah, loaning at Russ is an option too. Matt says, you get a loss of about 200 million if you get relegated, I think. That's what we know that as well, Matt. That's what Sullivan's looking for. Brendan's saying, I hope the players walk out to under pressure in the next game. Oh, yeah, but then it's like they'd be taking the piss out of us then, Brendan. All right, cheers. Yeah, Clayton's saying, Bowen tore the armband and was angry with a fan. Yeah, a fan said something and he kind of took the armband off as he was walking. And there was, I suppose, a little bit of force when he took the armband off. So, yeah. About saying, no, I simply read money's too tight to mention. Yeah. Jeff saying the bowling lounge. Chris Woods is panting like an excited dog after watching that tonight. But he can't wait for the weekend. God, you can see it there, innit? Woodsy getting an hat trick. You're saying Togs tomorrow on OSH, the song they should come out to. That's a good shout. Yeah, brilliant. Big up to Godfrey. Godfrey, big up legend. I hope you're good outside of West Ham. Yes, my friend, I am indeed. Yeah. Can't be anything better than that, can we, Godfrey? You know, when things are shit, you know, and things are tough, you've got to keep on smiling and just kind of soldier through. Because at the moment, our club's not doing it for us and that. But big up to yourself, man. You know, good to see you on here as well. Neil says, what people need to remember and fear, West Ham gets relegated, is the club that loses money, not the board and the shareholders. This is true. But what the board and the shareholders are looking for is if we do get relegated, that we'll bounce back straight away. And we know that's probably not going to happen. And I think if you look at it, Sullivan will hope that big money will come in because they're still going to take their dividends, you know, the board and the shareholders, regardless of how we finish. You know, they'll still take their chunk out of this club. And, you know, very little towards us. Very little towards the fans. Clint is saying, do you think Sean Dyche would be a good fit for West Ham? For the interim period, it can't be anything worse than we've got currently, Cleater. So when you look at something like that, Dyche might have a little bit of stability. You know, he did offer that a little bit at Burnley until it kind of went a little bit peaked on. Everton, you know, there's moments. But currently how things are for us, you know, that bounce effect. Kalita, yes. Energy Sports TV saying, to an extent, it was the same when we had Emery. Yes, very true. The board didn't back him, neither did the players, and fans as a mass never really wanted him like they do Arteta. And that's a great shout, NG, because at least he kind of, if he was given the opportunity, imagine what he could have done for that for Arsenal. But he wasn't given that chance, was he? Simple as that. And he wasn't backed. And, you know, like Arteta, for some reason, Arteta can walk on water with this board. And you offer him, you extend his contract, you give him more money, and he still don't get it across the line. You know, this season is probably going to be your best opportunity. Jeff saying, one more like for 40 people. Come on, people, you haven't already, anyone who's in the chat, hit the like button. Let's get to that 40 mark, please. It'd be great before I finish off. Frog saying, thing is, Potter has to go, but we aren't going to progress, and the cycle will continue under this ineptitude. Whoever manages is set up to fail. You're not wrong, Frog. And that's the sad part about it, and that's probably why we won't be able to attract certain managers, because at the end of the day, they've seen who's running this club. That's the key thing, isn't it? NG Sports saying, Frog, the West Ham roundabout. Yeah. Frog saying they've destroyed this beautiful club. I think Nicky Hawkins said it on the West Ham Fan TV and that, you know, when we moved from this place behind me and we went to the London Stadium and we took United away from the name of the badge. That's when, you know, we knew it weren't going to be the same. Jeff is saying Dyche might be what we need right now, looking at the shambles of our defence. But it's a thought of being stuck with a Dyche ball for 3 years that worries me. Well, it seems to be the standard these days, Jeff, and you know, it's just short of that. 2.5 years seems to be the standard thing. Yeah, man. Clearly saying, some are saying Kilman is a curse. He comes on, we lose. How bad was he? Yeah. The problem is when you're kind of playing as you are, you do get to that kind of stage where, unfortunately, whatever you do, when you're losing things, it don't go your way. And when you look at today, it was definitely one of those. Definitely was one of those. Man alive. We just got to laugh at it, unfortunately. It's not what we want to see. Bear with me one second. Oh, man. Neil saying that's because Arteta flies Thunderbirds away. Remember, he's Captain Black. He's Captain Black there. GP saying all those Moyes fans might have been right. And this is the thing for me. I mean, I'll still say it. I do believe that season when he finished with us, he was told then that he weren't going to be having his contract renewed. And I think this is a reason why we saw a difference in the way the West Ham team was set up under Moyes. But like everything else, I know time's out to come to an end. It's just a fact of I don't think him and Sullivan were getting on at that point. And now he's at Everton, and we'll see. Cletus saying, seeing the bowling back there, do you think leaving Upton Park was a good idea, guys? No, in certain respects, but we was also limited at Upton Park. There's only so much we could do at Upton Park. We couldn't expand out in certain areas, so we were stuck with how we could increase the number of fans into the ground itself. So if things had gone right in the first place, and I think the bad timing was Spurs were rebuilding their ground at the time, and they needed to get planning permission, and they weren't getting it, and that's why they picked on us. So that place behind us, that'll always be owned. Frog saying, I think Moyes was done as well. We were playing soulless crap well before Lobby took it. Like I said, Frog, for me, I think it was a case of him and Sullivan fell out, and if contract weren't going to be renewed, I think that's why Sullivan down tools at that point. That's my opinion anyway. Usual saying, Sullivan talks with Cletus Spuckler about a new manager appointment. Jeff is saying, well, I guess the myth that Mavro would save us in the year has been put to bed. One man can't help out a team sometimes. GP says, I wanted Moyes out, but Lobb and Potter are worse. Yeah, true. Pepsi saying, Gareth Southgate, 6-5 favourites to become the new West Ham manager. Fox said, Moyes could have stayed, refused the contract offered. Can't blame him, really. No, not with working under Sullivan. Back now. Jeff saying, agreed, Frog, it was time for him to go. Yeah, Neil saying, the decline started under Moyes. It's his fault. We have JWP. Yeah, this is true. Cletus saying, I think Xavier Hernandez with Andres as assistant manager would be good. Not a bad shout. But it's our chairman, though, Cletus. That's the question. That's the problem. Fogging a well true that last season with Moyes was shite. You're just saying Moyes' ball was fucking awful. I still have nightmares about it. Yeah, there was moments, wasn't there? And he clearly thinks that Moyes was better anyway. People in the chat, let me know. Have we got over the 40 mark yet? Please let me know before we round off. Just to let you know, obviously, tomorrow night, we will be back at 7:30 with me, Anthony, and Hot Fuzz for the good, the bad, the ugly. We'll actually be talking about how the weekend's gone. And, of course, then on Thursday, you'll see me, Budgie, Jeff, on the West Ham review. So, make sure if you're not doing anything, come over and watch us as well. And don't forget on Wednesday, as you know, the old school Hammers, Budgie and Kieran on at 10 o'clock as well. Brendan's saying Moyes has started to sneer at the fans, so he couldn't stay really. Yeah. The frustration was quite evident. Thank you, guys. Jeff saying, 42. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. 42. Brilliant. Yes, the meaning to life, the universe, and everything. 42. Apparently, yes, indeed, Goose. Meaning of life, innit? No, the 42 is from the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. The ultimate question that was asked. People saying the Arsenal, the West Ham, and the West Ham. Man, love, yeah, not good at all in that. People in the chat, thank you very much for getting over the 40 mark. Really appreciate that. And as always, it's been a pleasure. It's 3 hours and 5 minutes we've been into this now. So we will be wrapping it up. Clayton's asking, do you think you'll get relegated? At the moment, it is a very strong possibility. It's all depending, do we get ourselves out of this rut? That's the question. Do we get out of the rut? And that's the breaking point for us, I think, Kalita. Neil saying, yes, thank you very much. And great show, Tony and Chaz. Thank you, Jeff. Fox saying 42, the number of goals we'll have conceded by the 7th game. You can see it, can't you? GP saying Frog in the World, yes. And Brendan, thanks, Tom. Great effort. Thank you very much, as always. Thanks, Chaz, to the company, as always. Yeah, great company. And yeah, thanks for being with us. Hope you've enjoyed the show. It's been, thank you, Ross. You've just took the words out of my mouth there. Hell of a show. We've seen some good and bad things. We've gone over some of the old TV programs. And of course, we've seen us lose the game to Wolves, or to say to Strand Larson of all people. Clea saying this has been a good show. Thank you very much, Clea, and thank you for being with us as well. Really enjoyed you coming in and making some comments. Fox said, later Gators, have a good tomorrow, everyone. Even the Spuds fans, he's saying that. And Eos is saying one of the best communities on YouTube. Bless you, man. Bless you. Thank you very much. Michael Chelsea, great stream, Tom. Thank you, sir. Pepsi saying 42, the number of years Sullivan will still be chairman. Stop depressing us, Pepsi, man. Clea, bless your heart, mate. Thank you very much for that. Just subscribe as well. Bless you. Thank you very much. People, again, thank you for being with us. Make sure you enjoy what's left of the evening. It's now 10:23 in the UK. If you're watching from anywhere else in the world, make sure you enjoy the rest of your night. And as Frog just said there, enjoy the rest of the week as well. And hopefully I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care for now. But for all of us, the last but not least, regardless of the result, come on, you Irons.